Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. Happy Easter to those who celebrate it. Hope you had a wonderful day. We're going to bring you some Legends of Boxing PC game. Tremendous fight card from Wembley Stadium, London, England. What If Promotions brings you Fight Night from across the pond. Joe Louis will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Lennox Lewis, 15 rounds. Co-main event, Joe Frazier, Tyson Fury, 10 rounds heavyweights, trying to get back in the title picture, both men. Tyson Fury has been defeated by Joe Louis. He'd like to get another crack at him. And Joe Frazier, he'd like another crack at the world title himself. Salvador Sanchez, the featherweight champion, will take on Barry McGuigan, 15 rounds featherweights. Two bouts that have just been added to the card a little while ago. Ezzard Charles takes on Englishman John Conteh, 10 rounds light heavyweights. We'll start off things with Dwight Qawi, the North American Boxing Federation champion, taking on the Canadian Donny Lalonde, 12 rounds. And yes, that North American Boxing Federation title will be on the line. An oddity as we're fighting in London, England, but there's some bad blood between both of these protagonists. And the title belt was put up, as they're calling it, put up or shut up. Let's take a look at the champion, Dwight Qawi. Qawi, the North American Boxing Federation champion. Record in reality, 41-11-1, 25 stoppages. A lot of those losses came late in his career when he stepped up in weight to heavyweight. From Camden, New Jersey, the Camden Buzzsaw. In our universe, he is 2-0. Both wins by decision. Donny Lalonde, Winnipeg, Canada. 41-5-1, 33 stoppages. His biggest fight, his loss to Sugar Ray Leonard. In reality, he's 1-0 in our universe. He won via cut stoppage. Power edge will go to Donny Lalonde, but everything else pretty much goes to the Camden Buzzsaw, Dwight Qawi. Let's go to the light heavyweight rankings quite quickly. Dwight Qawi, 2-0, his two victories. He defeated Bobby Ches and Joey Maxim. And that was for the USBA title. So this is for the vacant, excuse me, I made a mistake. This is for the vacant North American Boxing Federation Championship. And I might have messed that up. Oh well. As that's going to come to a shocker, Mike Rossman. So this will not be for the North American Boxing Federation title. That is my faux pas. It will be a #1 ranking for the North American Boxing Federation title. Mike Rossman currently holds that title. Donny Lalonde. Donny Lalonde, where are you, Donny? Defeated Emilio Bettina. That was a good win. He stopped Bettina on cuts. All right, let's go back to the schedule. Fighters are in the ring. Again, this is a 12-round title elimination. My faux pas, not for the North American Boxing Federation title. Actually, we can edit that. Let's edit it. Let's say no. And we'll adjust it after. So it's 12 rounds. Winner will get a crack at Mike Rossman. Though we don't normally fight fights we've actually that have taken place in reality, Dwight Qawi defeated Mike Rossman. So here we go, 12 rounds for a North American Boxing Federation title eliminator. Qawi is the USBA champion. We've corrected that. To the ring we go. Joining us at ringside here at lovely Wembley Stadium in London, England, SGJ Jamie said this will be another good one. Yes, it will. Qawi in the red corner. Donny Lalonde in the blue corner. Donny Lalonde will have to land that big right hand early to get Qawi's attention. Fighters get their final instructions. They touch gloves. We await the bell. Here's the bell for round number 1, scheduled for 12. Qawi looks to press on the inside. Lalonde looks to stay on the outside. Lalonde trying to dictate the pace with his jab. Doubles up on the jab, falls short with the right hand. Again, Donny Lalonde. This time he lands the 1-2 as a grazing right cross. Good start for the Canadian. Qawi works his way into punching range. Hooks to the body, left and right. Good job by the Camden buzzsaw. He stays in tight. Again, short hooks to the rib cage of Donny Lalonde, the Canadian. Lalonde ties up Qawi. Referee breaks them. We have about 1:12 to go here in round number 1. Qawi pressing the attack. Qawi really working the body of the Canadian golden boy Donny Lalonde, ripping lefts and rights, playing the Canadian's rib cage like a drum. Under a minute to go. Qawi goes a bit low there. Referee admonishes him. 33 seconds to go. Lalonde ties up Qawi. Qawi tries to force Lalonde back to the ropes. Referee fights his fight out. Now he breaks him. 13 seconds left in round 1. A good combination by Donny Lalonde, though Qawi was turtled up. Blocked a few of those punches. Good action round number 1 here at Wembley Stadium. We give that a slight edge to Dwight Muhammad Qawi. Round 2, there's the bell. In the Qawi corner, they were very happy with the USBA champion. Qawi again rips that body on the inside. Lalonde has to keep him at bay with that jab. Toe-to-toe exchange. It was an even exchange about 2 minutes ago here in round 2. Lalonde feints the jab, lands the right hand, and Qawi is hurt. He caught Qawi coming out of his crouch. Can Lalonde take advantage of it? And Lalonde paws with the jab, lands another right cross, not with the same effect as the prior one. Qawi trying to press inside. Lalonde smothers him. Qawi works an uppercut through the Canadian's guard. 1 minute to go in round number 2. Qawi bangs away at the body. Lalonde gets away from the ropes. Lalonde again. Jab and a right hand catches Qawi moving forward. Good shots by Donny Lalonde. Qawi jabs to the body. Lands the overhand right on the Canadian golden boy. 15 seconds to go. Nothing but action so far in this bout. 2 jabs by Donny Lalonde at the bell. A good round for the Canadian Donny Lalonde. It was a close round, as the first was. The first we gave unofficially to Qawi. This one we give to Donny Lalonde. We move on to round 3. In the Lalonde corner, that's what they want Donny to do. Donny, strong. Qawi strong, but Donny Lalonde's got to land that booyah right hand, which he did in round 2. The bell for round number 3. Lalonde again comes out working that jab, trying to keep the Camden buzzsaw at bay. Qawi works his way in. 2 jabs, overhand right, clips Donny Lalonde. Lalonde blinks, but there's no blood. Qawi stays in tight. Digs a left and a right hook into the ribs of the Canadian. Qawi, with his head on his chest, cannot land. Lalonde smothers him. Lalonde gets back towards distance. Qawi quickly closes that distance, works his way in with the jab, doubles up with the left hook. This one to the ribs, one to the jaw of Donny Lalonde. About a minute to go here in round 3. Lalonde missed the 1-2. Lalonde back at distance. Qawi pressing, working behind the jab. Jabs to the chest and lands a right-left to the body of Donny Lalonde. 22 seconds ago, both pugilists jostle, wrestle, maul. Referee breaks them. Final seconds of round 3. Toe-to-toe exchange at the bell. An excellent round for Dwight Muhammad Qawi, the Camden buzzsaw. We have a 2-1 Qawi. Lalonde having more and more difficulty, it seems, keeping Qawi at bay. The bell for round number 4. Qawi pressing. Qawi again goes a bit low. Referee gives him a stern warning, but it does not deter. Dwight Muhammad Qawi continually works the body, including some shots on the belt line of Donny Lalonde. Lalonde looks to land the booyah right hand. He missed. Qawi dips away. Qawi smiles at Lalonde. Lalonde again with the lead right. Caught Qawi. The left hook was grazing to the head of Dwight Muhammad Qawi. You'd think Lalonde would try to catch him with an uppercut coming in. Qawi dipping, diving, banging away with both hands at the rib cage of the Canadian. Qawi trying to force Lalonde to the ropes. Lalonde trying to move away. Jab to the body. Overhand right catches Donny Lalonde. 42 seconds to go in round number 4. Lalonde with 2 jabs, but no right hand. Lalonde again doubles up on the jab, misses, lands a grazing right hook to the side of the head of Qawi. At the bell, it's Dwight Muhammad. Qawi jabs to the body, overhand right, clips Lalonde. Blood from underneath the eye of Donny Lalonde. They'll have to work on that, as that shot came right at the end simultaneously with the bell for round number 4. They feverishly go to work on that cut. It's under the eye of Donny Lalonde. In the Lalonde corner, they're telling Donny, we want you to back up Qawi now. Qawi, even though he is a pressure fighter for his short stature, he can box. It's not like he rushes in haphazardly. Let's go to the ringside score. After 4 rounds, Qawi 40, Lalonde 38. First 2 rounds even, next 2 rounds 3 and 4 for Qawi. We prepare for round number 5, scheduled for 12, the winner to possibly get a crack at Mike Rossman's North American Boxing Federation title. The bell for round number 5. Qawi looks to get inside, and he does, as Lalonde meets him in the ring center. Qawi rips shots left, right, into the ribs of Donny Lalonde. That will wear you out. Lalonde inside looks to rip the uppercut, but he cannot. Qawi smothers him. They maul, they brawl, now they break. Qawi head on Lalonde's chest. Again, double left hook this time. One to the ribs, one to the chin of the Canadian Golden Boy. Lalonde looks to retaliate. Lalonde with an uppercut and a right hand catches Qawi. Qawi has blood coming from his nose. Both fighters are bleeding. Qawi having trouble breathing. Lalonde, another uppercut and a right hand. He's raising Qawi's head with that uppercut. That was a left uppercut, then the right hand, excuse me. Qawi comes back with a hook to the body. Under a minute to go in round 5. Good action round once again. Toe-to-toe exchange. Qawi got the slight better of it. 30 seconds to go in round 5. Both fighters, they tie up. They work the free hand. Now they're both whacking behind the head. Referee breaks in final seconds of round 5. It's Qawi punching at the bell. Left hook to the body. Right uppercut snaps the Canadian's head. Good round for Dwight Muhammad. Qawi. Lalonde had his moments. We move on to round 6. This is the halfway point, scheduled for 12. North American Boxing Federation title eliminator. We erroneously, in our error, obviously, called it the North American Championship. But Dwight Muhammad Qawi holds the USBA title, the United States Boxing Association Championship. Here's the bell for round number 6. Lalonde back at distance. Lalonde feints the jab, right hook, left hook, catches Qawi. Qawi smiles and walks through it. Qawi looks to get his pound of flesh. 2 jabs and a right hand catches Lalonde. That's going to bust open that cut slightly more underneath the left eye of Donny Lalonde. Qawi stays in tight. Qawi hooks a left to the ribs. The right hand missed. Lalonde smothered him. Donny back at distance, but Qawi quickly closes using the jab. Jabs to the chest of Lalonde, and then again rat-a-tats the ribs like a drum of Donny Lalonde. Qawi again. 2 jabs to the chest and an overhand right. Lalonde starts to back up. Lalonde slowing down. Qawi applies the pressure. Right hand missed, but the jab coming out landed for Donny Lalonde. Qawi undeterred. Qawi left hook to the body. Right uppercut snaps the Canadian's head. 30 seconds to go. Qawi pouring it on. Double left hook. The left into the ribs. You could hear Donny wince. The left to the head. Lalonde was able to get his hand up to parry away that punch. Final seconds. They both throw hard and miss, but it is Donny Lalonde wilting as the rounds go by from the Dwight Muhammad Qawi pressure. There's a reason why they call Dwight the Camden Buzzsaw. 6 down. Still more to go. Come up on round 7. Lalonde cut under the left eye. They've done a good job in the Lalonde corner. Qawi blood from the nose. Round 7. There's the bell. Qawi moves forward again, always working behind the jab, whether he jabs to the head or the chest. Lands a nice little combination to Lalonde's body. Qawi again stays in tight. Beautiful four-punch salvo. Left, right to the body, left to the head. Then the right uppercut snaps the Canadian's head over and over again. Donny Lalonde needs to establish the jab. He is unable to establish the jab as Qawi feints a jab. Right hand, left hook. Lalonde is down. Lalonde is down. Lalonde gets up at the count of 3. He'll take the mandatory 8 count. Qawi chopping at the bit in the neutral corner, looking to come out raging to take out Donny Lalonde. He has an opportunity here. He has an opportunity. Lalonde on the ropes. Qawi unleashing combos of death. Lalonde is badly hurt. Qawi again just banging away. Down goes Donny Lalonde for another Canadian Buzzsaw Crush barrage. Lalonde 8. Staggers to his feet. One more knockdown. This fight is over. Qawi looking to come out and finish the Canadian Golden Boy, Donny Lalonde. And the referee has stopped the bout. Wisely so, probably saving Donny Lalonde from further punishment. The referee asked Donny if you wanted to continue. Lalonde did not acknowledge. He had a weird glare in his eyes. I don't think he knows where he is. Those were tremendous shots landed by the Camden Buzzsaw. Jumping in the air, raising his arms in victory is Dwight Muhammad Qawi. He is calling for Mike Rossman, the Jewish Bomber. Tremendous fight. It was a good action-packed fight. Lalonde had his moments. In fact, he hurt Qawi earlier in the fight and drew blood from the Camden Buzzsaw's nose. But Dwight Muhammad Qawi, too much for the Golden Boy from Winnipeg, Canada, Donny Lalonde. As Qawi drops Lalonde twice in the 8th before the referee calls a halt to the contest when Lalonde could not answer the question, do you want to continue quickly enough? Lalonde and his corner are protesting, though I think the referee's decision was quite wise. So your winner by 8th round TKO, 141. I'm sorry, by the in the 7th round, excuse me, that's 8 TKO points. In the 7th round, your winner by TKO, Dwight Muhammad Qawi. Let's take a quick look at the recap. The end comes when Lalonde goes down for a 3 count, then the 8 count. Referee stopped the bout. Qawi was really starting to wear down the Canadian, and he was on the verge of a decision victory, most likely. SGJ Jamie says, good decision by the ref. I agree with SGJ Jamie. So about 1 down. Dwight Muhammad Qawi. Again, this was not for the North American Boxing Federation Championship. Dwight Muhammad Qawi holds the USBA title, which is the United States Boxing Association Light Heavyweight Championship. That was my error. Mike Rossman holds the North American Boxing Federation title. Normally we don't fight fights that actually took place, but we might. We might with this one. So, 1 fight down, more to go. We now move on to Ezzard Charles. John Conteh, a favorite son of England. This is 10 rounds. Light heavyweights. Conteh making his debut in our universe. Ezzard Charles 0-1. He lost a decision to the Spinks Jinx, Michael Spinks. So the Cincinnati Cobra looking to Cobra Kai strike his first victory here at Wembley Stadium, London, England. Jake Cruz has joined us from Wembley. He says, Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you, my friend, and to one and all. SGJ Jamie from ringside says, tough assignment for Conteh. He was one of my favorite fighters to watch in the late 70s, early 80s. And also fights I had not seen live or had loosely remembered as a younger child. When we got cable, ESPN had a series called Super Bouts. And I was able to rewatch those, some John Conteh fights, which were outstanding. Both pugilists are in the ring. Ezzard Charles will be out of the red corner. John Conteh, the Englishman, out of the blue corner. Charles hails from Cincinnati, Ohio. John Conteh, Liverpool, England. Power edge. A lot of the edges are going to go to Ezzard Charles here. But we shall see. Charles has competed at heavyweight in our universe also. Not much luck. I think his last heavyweight bout, Jerry Cooney starched him in a huge surprise in 1 round. So Charles steps down in weight, not finding much more luck as he lost a decision to Michael Spinks. Here we go. As the fighters have gotten their final instructions, they touch gloves, they go back to their corners, they await the bell. Steeler fan 1933, our good friend Matt, has joined us at ringside. The bell for round number 1 scheduled for 10 here from Wembley Stadium, London, England, light heavyweights. Ezzard Charles bringing the pressure. Toe-to-toe exchange. Conteh not fearful of standing and banging. Now they maul, brawl, move away. Ezzard Charles, Conteh, Billy Goat to Billy Goat, head to head. Charles left to the body, right uppercut, left hook to the jaw. John Conteh, Conteh is hurt. Charles looking to pour it on. Left, right, left. Again to the jaw of John Conteh. Conteh looks to rally, but it's Charles punching. Charles shoves Conteh away, and he bangs away to the body and head. Ezzard Charles with a quick start. Conteh seeming overwhelmed. Big uppercut, right hand missed. Charles a little wild in that salvo. From the Charles corner, you can hear them saying, "Calm down, Ezzard, calm down." Both fighters wing right hands and miss. Conteh not on steady legs right now. Charles looking to take advantage. Charles feints the jab, lands a good right hook under the arm of John Conteh into his ribs. Final seconds of round 1. It's been a round of dominance for Ezzard Charles. Beautiful 4-punch salvo by Ezzard Charles at the bell, driving Conteh into the ropes. A huge round for the Cincinnati Cobra. Cobra Kai strike over and over. Big round for Ezzard Charles. Scott Long has joined us at ringside. Hope all is well, Scott. We also have Jake Cruz, Steeler fan 1933, SGJ Jamie. MV has joined us from across the pond. Our good friend Patrick, MV, Mouse in the House. Check out his wonderful YouTube channel for Action PC Baseball. Dwight Martz, YouTube network, has joined us. He says hello, everyone. Check out his wonderful channel. So a huge round for Ezzard Charles, a Cincinnati Cobra. SGJ Jamie's prognostication of a tough assignment for Conteh came to fruition in that first round. The bell for round number 2. Both pugilists on the outside. Charles now uses the double up on the jab and a right hand. Catches Conteh. Charles just winning over and over again. Conteh feints. Charles moves forward and Conteh lands a lead cross. Missed with the left hook though. Charles comes right back, establishing his jab. Charles again works behind the jab, but he missed with the right hand. Counter by Conteh. Left hook on the jaw of Ezzard Charles. Charles shakes it off. Tremendous counter left hook by John Conteh. Conteh needs to follow that up, but now they tie up on the inside. Referee says fight out. Now the referee breaks them. A minute to go here in round number 2. Mauling and brawling, they slide away. Conteh trying to establish his jab, missed the jab and the right hook. 22 seconds to go in round 2. Conteh needs to let his hands go. He throws 4 punches, landed 1. It was a right hook into the ribs of Ezzard Charles. Now they move back to ring center. Final seconds, Charles punching at the bell. 3 punches, 2 jabs and a right hand clipped Conteh. A closer round. Obviously a better round 2 for John Conteh. That could have went either way. This fight could have went either way. Scott Long at ringside says this fight is going to end quickly. In the Ezzard Charles corner, let's see if they go back to that pressure that was so successful in round 1. No, it looks like Charles will fight from distance. In the Conteh corner, they're saying, we want you to push Charles back. You hit him with a good solid counter left hook. Let's do it over and over again. Here's the bell, round number 3. Can Conteh move forward? Yes, he does, but he is met by a 1-2 from the fist of Ezzard Charles. Good jab and a right hand by Charles. Charles again with a jab. This time he hooks to the body with the right. Charles is being first, pumping that jab into the pressing Conteh. From Conteh's corner, they're screaming, "Let your hands go, Johnny, let your hands go." But it's Ezzard Charles letting his hands go. Feinted the jab, landed the right, left hook and another right hand. Conteh is being clipped all day, all night. Ezzard Charles having a beautiful round 3, just working that jab over and over again. Lands the right hook to the head of Conteh. Conteh needs to land something big. He feints the right, left hook, right hook. Charles is in big trouble. What a feint by John Conteh. Out of nowhere, left hook, right hook. Charles into the ropes. Conteh smothers him. He's letting his hands go, snapping Charles' head over and over again. Charles being battered against the ropes. Conteh's moment in the sun has come. Conteh lands a grazing uppercut. Charles holding on for dear life. Conteh looks to follow up, and there's the bell. A huge, huge comeback by John Conteh. Around that, Charles was dominating quite beautifully with his jab. And then out of nowhere, Conteh, out of desperation, I don't know if he laid the trap, but he laid the boom on Ezzard Charles. Left hook, right hook, driving Charles into the ropes. And then finally, heeding the advice of his corner, Conteh let his hands go over and over again, snapping the Cincinnati Cobra's head like a piñata. But Charles would not fall. We give that round to John Conteh. Charles dominated probably 2 minutes and 15 seconds of that round. Then it was all John Conteh. As MV says, Conteh, one of the best British fighters of the 70s. Conteh so talented. SGJ Jamie says he was fought in one of the best light heavyweight eras too. I agree wholeheartedly with everything that has been said by our ringside prognosticators in the chat. MV not too sure if he could have beat Charles. Well, we're going to find out hypothetically, mythically, in this bout. Here's the bell for round number 4. Round number 4, scheduled for 10. No quitting Conteh. Now Charles looks like he's going to back up Conteh. Conteh looks like he wants to counter. Charles moves forward. Charles gets in punching range, concentrates his shots to the body of the Englishman John Conteh. Charles staying in tight. Left hook to the body, right hook to the body, left uppercut, right hand to the jaw of John Conteh. Conteh is hurt. He buckles at ring center. He tries to tie up. Charles shoves him away. Charles, left uppercut, right hand. Conteh ties him up. Charles looking to measure. Charles missed with the right, lands the left hook to the body of Conteh. Big start for Ezzard Charles here. Charles missed the right hand. No counter by Conteh. Conteh's legs don't look there. Charles looking to follow up. Jab landed. The right hand fell short. Under a minute to go here in round number 4. It's been all Ezzard Charles. Charles, 2 jabs. Looking to set up the Cobra Kai right hand. Could it? There's the boom! 2 jabs and a right hand. Conteh buckles. Is there time? Is there time? There's the bell. Charles ripped shots to the body and up to the head. Conteh was doing that drunken dance at ring center. Holy cow, the bell saved John Conteh. Ezzard Charles comes right back after being battered in the prior round in the closing moments on the ropes. Charles has definitely cleared his head. Can Conteh do the same? We are through 4 rounds. After the 5th, we'll go to the scorecards, if it makes it to the scorecards. So Ezzard Charles has had a lot of success when he presses the fight. They want Charles to stay in tight. In the Conteh corner, they want Conteh to catch Charles coming in. I just think Conteh's got to let his hands go. When he's let his hands go, he's had some success. The bell for round number 5. Ezzard Charles presses the attack, gets past the Conteh jab, misses the overhand right, but the left hook found its mark in the ribs of the Englishman. Charles stays in tight. Charles with a left hook and a short right hand to the jaw of John Conteh. Charles again bangs the body and up to the head with hooks, left and right. Conteh gets to distance, puts the jab, another jab, feints a right, left hook to the jaw of Ezzard Charles. But a little zip has come off the punches of John Conteh. It was a good combo, good feint, good left hook. Charles presses inside, trying to force Conteh back to the ropes, bangs the body. Conteh needs to get off those ropes. Charles keeps him on the ropes. Charles again works over the body and rips a right uppercut through Conteh's guard, snapping the Englishman's head. Charles working Conteh over on the ropes. Bippity boppity boom, over and over again. Under 30 seconds to go in round 5. Charles, right uppercut, shifts his position on the inside, left uppercut. Good job by Ezzard Charles. Closing seconds. Conteh smothers Charles, but Charles kept Conteh pinned to those ropes in round 5. A round of dominance for the Cincinnati Cobra. Steeler Fan 1933. Al, using the new fictional set from Glory Days Boxing, we may need to see a Sandman Al Sarno, 24-6-1, 19 stoppages versus Matt Steelman Lee, 7-0-4. Bout on your channel sometimes. We just might see that. I just got my copy of the fictional set for Glory Days Boxing, which can be purchased at sidelinestrategies.com. I also got my printed copy. I had a PDF copy of Glory Days College Football, both sets. I'm very excited about that. We'll be bringing that to the channel. We always bring boxing. One of our next Glory Days boxing matchups, Golden Eagle 99 matchmaker extraordinaire, is going to be Ezzard Charles, Dwight Muhammad Qawi. I don't know if it's going to be 12 or 15 rounds, light heavyweights. Most likely 15. That's for matchmaker extraordinaire, Golden Eagle 99. That's going to be coming up in the near future. We prepare for round number 6. Charles pressing the fight on the inside. Conteh cannot keep him at bay. Charles jabs his way in, forces Conteh to the ropes, bangs away at Conteh, to the body and up to the head. Conteh is in serious trouble. He buckles on the ropes. Charles sensing the moment has come. Charles trying to bang away. Conteh holding on for dear life. Conteh back to the ropes, gets nailed with an uppercut, dips away from the right hand and the left hook that followed. Conteh fights back. Conteh throws wildly. Charles parries those blows away. Charles keeps Conteh pinned to the ropes, pawing with the jab, and now lands a right to the jaw and a left hook into the ribs of the Englishman. Conteh on the ropes. Conteh lands a low blow and then smacks Charles in the head with a vicious Kanaka headbutt. Charles none too happy with that. The referee says, "Are you okay?" By miracle of God, there is no cut for Ezzard Charles. Conteh trying to fight off the ropes, lands a left-right hook to the body. Now action moves towards ring center. As Charles feels that Conteh's legs are not there, Conteh gingerly follows Charles. Charles puts the jab out there. Conteh's a little first, though. Conteh lands a grazing jab, but then the right hook into the ribs of Ezzard Charles. Final seconds coming up in round 6. Charles throws the jab, but does not land. So Conteh was able to throw Ezzard Charles, the Cincinnati Cobra, off his game with the nut shot and then the headbutt. You got to do what you got to do to win a pugilistic contest, I guess. Conteh trying anything to change the tide of battle as the waves are starting to roll over John Conteh. Round 7 coming up. Let's go to the ringside score. Ezzard Charles up 59-54. We're pretty much in agreement with that. Round 7 scheduled for 10. Charles looking for the stoppage. Conteh looking for the miracle. Charles presses inside, bangs the body. Conteh smothers him. They're going toe-to-toe, billy goat to billy goat, phone booth warfare. Conteh's got to allow him something big, but he's got to throw. It's been all Ezzard Charles. Those punches were not scoring blows by the Cincinnati Cobra. And now another clash of heads. No abrasion for either pugilist. Referee warns him using the heads. Left hook to the body. Ezzard Charles lands quite fuddingly, and then a short right hand to the face of John Conteh. Conteh not throwing. Charles, short shots on the inside, snapping the head of Conteh. Conteh now has a cut. Yes, a cut under the right eye. Charles forcing the attack, bangs away left, right to the body, holds Conteh in place with his right arm and smacks him with a left uppercut. Conteh in all kinds of trouble. They're screaming from the Englishman's corner, let your hands go, John. A crisp three-punch combination from Conteh, snapping the head of Ezzard Charles. 36 seconds to go in round 7, a fight that's been dominated by Charles. Charles hooked hard to the body. Conteh winced. 18 seconds to go. Charles again works the body, driving Conteh towards the ropes at the bell. Another good round for the Cincinnati Cobra, Ezzard Charles. Joining us at ringside, matchmaker extraordinaire, Golden Eagle 99. Again, we will be having coming up in the near future, Glory Days Boxing, Ezzard Charles, Dwight Muhammad Qawi, 12 or 15 rounds, and we'll give you the same matchup in Title Bout 2, and then we'll give you the matchup once again in Legends Boxing PC. And again, that is for matchmaker extraordinaire, Golden Eagle 99. Hope all is well, my friend. Charles looking very good in this fight. Round 8 is coming up. They're working the cut under the right eye of Conteh. Conteh seems all but defeated. It looks like he's going to stay on the outside, try to give a chance for that cut to heal up under the eye. If I was him, I'd press the attack. Charles goes after the elusive Conteh. Charles cuts off the ring, bangs away at the body with hooks. Conteh not being too elusive. Again, a left hook to the body. Right hand to the jaw of John Conteh. And now Ezzard Charles decides what's good for the goose is good for the gander, smacking Conteh possibly in the testicular region. 2 jabs and a right hand. Conteh has a bloody mouth. Yes, blood from the mouth. So Conteh bleeding under the right eye, now bleeding from the mouth. Conteh starting to get chopped up by the Cincinnati Cobra. Conteh comes back with a couple of jabs from distance. Charles cuts the ring off again, bangs away at the Englishman's body. Conteh comes back with a 1-2. Conteh, a little bit of life here. Charles hooks to the body. Missed the right hand to the head, though. Final seconds of round 8. It's going to be Ezzard Charles punching away. Counter by Conteh. Right hand catches Charles at the bell. It was not enough to win that round in our eyes, though. But it was a good counter right by John Conteh. Conteh, rounds 9 and 10 coming up. That's 6 more minutes of fighting. In our eyes, he needs a knockout. In the John Conteh corner, they're imploring their Padua, let your hands go, Johnny. Let your hands go. You need to knock him out. In the corner of Ezzard Charles, they're telling Ezzard, the Cincinnati Cobra, just keep doing what you're doing. The bell for round number 9. Charles moves forward behind the jab. Both fighters feint but don't fire. Toe-to-toe exchange. Good crisp exchange, an even exchange. A tired Conteh. Not a lot of zip on those punches. Conteh doubles up on that jab from distance. Charles walking him down. Charles goes to the belt line. Charles really trying to work over Conteh. Charles with 2 jabs works his way on the inside. Conteh smothers him. Now Conteh moves away on gingerly legs. Conteh looks to throw. Throws a 3-punch combination. Only the jab landed. Conteh working the jab. Now he hooks to the body. Good job by John Conteh. He's digging deep. He's got to land something big. Feints the right. Left hook on the jaw of Ezzard Charles. Charles walks right through it. Had it been earlier, maybe Conteh would have dropped Charles. Charles comes back. Charles bangs away at the body. That was a good gutty round by the Englishman John Conteh, but he's going to need a lot more of that in round number 10. He's got to knock out Ezzard Charles in our eyes. You got to give John Conteh a lot of credit. No quit in Johnny. As Golden Eagle says, he is doing well, and that's always good to hear. We're going to go to the ringside score in a moment. Again, my opinions and the ringside scorer's opinion, unofficial. We have 3 scoring judges. Ezzard Charles, 88. John Conteh, 82. The only 2 rounds the ringside scorer has given Conteh, round 6 and round 9. I'm pretty much in agreement with that. 3 more minutes of fistic fury before we go to Salvador Sanchez, Barry McGuigan, 15 rounds, featherweight championship of the world from Wembley Stadium, London, England. They touch gloves. Conteh needs a knockout. Charles will press the fight. Conteh lays the trap but can't land the right hand. He did land a scoring jab. Again, Conteh looks to land from distance. There's the left-right, but there's no zip on it. No zip. Conteh's scoring. He needs to knock him out. Conteh now smothers Charles. Referee breaks them. Under 2 minutes ago here in the fight. Both fighters throw hard and miss. And again, Conteh smothers Charles on the inside. Action moves back towards ring center. Conteh's legs aren't there. Charles pounces on him. Big shots by Charles. He lets his hands go. Conteh is hurt. Conteh is hurt. Conteh goes back into the ropes. That was a windmilling crisp combination by Ezzard Charles. Charles looking to end it here. Charles with a jab and a right hand. Conteh on the ropes. Conteh is helpless, bobbing and weaving. Charles misses the follow-up. Conteh with a left-right off the ropes. Final seconds. It's Conteh punching away. A left hook and a right hook. The bell. So Conteh, no quit in John Conteh. I do not think he won the fight. That was a close round. Conteh fought well off the ropes, but the reason why he was on the ropes is due to the Cincinnati Cobra windmilling crisp combinations driving the Englishman to the ropes. John Conteh fought very well, but not well enough. We see the Cincinnati Cobra the victor in this pugilistic contest. Ringside scorer sees Ezzard Charles the victor, 97-92 over the popular, handsome Englishman John Conteh. But our opinions do not matter. The opinions of the 3 scoring judges do. The ring announcer is awaiting the scorecards, and we are awaiting the decision. SGJ Jamie, Conteh was better the last few rounds than the 7 before. You are correct, SGJ Jamie. Scott Long, Conteh showed a lot of heart. Yes, he did. I always loved John Conteh. Check out his bouts on YouTube. You can find a lot of bouts. Great. That's the great thing about YouTube. There's so much boxing on YouTube from so many different eras. You can really take a look at fighters and have judgments in your own mind. Whether heavyweights, lightweights, middleweights, from different eras, you can see the greatness in all these fighters, the entertainment value of all these fighters. You can see why some fighters made money, even though they may have lost a few times. They were action fighters that fans wanted to see. And now for the official announcement. Here's the ring announcer. We have a unanimous decision, 98-91, 97-93, 97-92. The winner by unanimous decision from Cincinnati, Ohio, US of A, Ezzard Charles, the Cincinnati Cobra. Not a shocker there. So a good win for Ezzard Charles, looking to set up a match with Dwight Muhammad Qawi for the USBA title. So Qawi stops Donny Lalonde in 7. Ezzard Charles decisions John Conteh in 10. We now move to the main portion of this 5-fight card. Your main event still to come, the World Heavyweight Championship. The Brown Bomber, Joe Louis from Detroit, takes on Lennox Lewis from England. Co-main event, Joe Frazier from Philadelphia, PA, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. That's 10 rounds. But we start off these 3 bouts. Featherweight Championship, Salvador Sanchez taking on the Irishman, Barry McGuigan. McGuigan coming off a tough defeat to Sandy Sadler. Let's quickly show you Salvador Sanchez. Featherweights. Salvador Sanchez 3-0. defeated Alexis Arguello, majority decision. Won the World Championship by close unanimous decision over Willie Pep. That was a controversial fight. And then defended by split decision over Sandy Sadler. Sadler defeated Barry McGuigan. So it's been a tough road for Salvador Sanchez, but he's been down the tough road and won, though controversial at times. Back to our fight schedule. In a fight from Monaco that was not televised, Francesco Damiani won a unanimous decision over the German Max Schmeling. So Damiani has beaten some tremendous foes and then lost to some fighters he should not have. And Damiani nearly had Schmeling out in round 4. But he wins 98-89, 96-91, 98-90. Good win for the Italian Francesco Damiani, as we're just catching up on some boxing news. Golden Eagle 99. I watched the Hearns versus Dennis Andres fight highlights on YouTube a few months ago. I remember watching that on ABC. That was a good fight. Action fight. Hearns stopped Andres. It was a wild fight. Hearns knocked down Andres quite a few times, I remember. But it was a fun fight to watch. Dennis Andres, another fun fighter, a friendly TV fighter. He was in good fights. Yeah, Hearns knocked him down quite a few times. That's when Hearns captured the light heavyweight, was it WBA light heavyweight championship, I think. Or one of the light heavyweight championships. All right. Here we go, schedule. So Salvador Sanchez from Mexico, before his tragic death in a car accident, was 44-1-1 with 32 stoppages. Used to love watching Salvador Sanchez fight on TV. Barry McGuigan, former featherweight champion in reality, just like Salvador Sanchez, 32-3-0 with 28 stoppages. He would lose the title to Stevie Cruz in Las Vegas on the undercard of Hearns fought Mark Medell, Roberto Duran. Who did he fight? It was 3 fights. The main event was Duran against somebody, and I don't remember. Hearns beat Mark Medell at junior middleweight, and Stevie Cruz upset Barry McGuigan. McGuigan was supposed to be working. If he had won that, I believe they would have tried to make it a match with Azuma Nelson to try to combine the titles. So Barry McGuigan has the edge in power. Salvador Sanchez will have endurance, defense. And he can fight inside and outside. Power -3 for McGuigan against control 7 or better. So Barry McGuigan's power is going to go down a bit. So it's going to be an uphill battle for the Irishman, Barry McGuigan, against the Mexican Salvador Sanchez. Wembley Stadium is abuzz for this matchup. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, has joined us here at Wembley Stadium. Hope all is well. Happy Easter. The pugilists are in the ring. Sanchez out of the red corner, Barry McGuigan out of the blue. They have their final instructions. They touch gloves. We await the bell. Here's the bell for round number 1. Featherweight Championship of the world on the line. Your defending champion, Salvador Sanchez. McGuigan 0-1. Looks to get his first win and the world championship. The bell for round number 1. McGuigan forces his way on the inside against Salvador Sanchez. McGuigan bangs the body. Sanchez moves away. Sanchez at distance. Sanchez with a jab and a right hook catches McGuigan. McGuigan tries to get inside. Sanchez catches him with a jab and a right cross. Good job by Salvador Sanchez. Sanchez feints the jab. Right hand catches McGuigan. McGuigan is in trouble. McGuigan is in trouble. Sanchez looking to make a short evening against the Irishman. Sanchez missed the overhand right, but lands a left to the body and brings it to the head. Sanchez feints the jab. Lands a right hook to the side of McGuigan's head. McGuigan trying to fight back here. Bangs away with left, right to the body of Salvador Sanchez. Sanchez slides away. Sanchez back at distance. Sanchez 2 jabs and a right hand scores against the Irishman. Sanchez, seconds ago in round number 1, bangs away with hooks to the body and head. A huge round for Salvador Sanchez. McGuigan definitely seemed overmatched in the first 3 minutes of this World Featherweight Championship contest. McGuigan has to get on the inside. He has to cut off the ring, as he did with Eusebio Pedrosa when he really won the title. I believe that fight was in Belfast. Was it in Belfast? Here we go, round number 2. It's Salvador Sanchez on the outside. Jab, right hand, left hook, scores on Barry McGuigan. McGuigan on the inside, toe-to-toe exchange, equal exchange. Sanchez missed the jabs, no follow-up by McGuigan. McGuigan jabs his way in, lands a good right hand on Salvador Sanchez. That caught the Mexican's attention. Sanchez comes right back, feints a jab, lands a hybrid left hook uppercut to the face of Barry McGuigan. McGuigan underturned, oars in, banging shots to the body. Sanchez was able to parry away the hook to the head. It was a left hook by Barry McGuigan. Sanchez, 2 jabs and a right hand, catches McGuigan. Ow! McGuigan has blood coming from his nose. McGuigan underturned, left hook to the body, right uppercut. That was the best combination by Barry McGuigan, snapping the Mexican's head. Final seconds of round number 2. A better round for Barry McGuigan. There's the bell as they jostle and bang away. A better round for the Irishman, Barry McGuigan. We have it 1 apiece. In the McGuigan corner, they want Barry to do more of that. Uncle Dave Gardner has joined us at ringside. Check out that wonderful channel. And of course, Digital Dice with Ron Chuckett. You can listen to it on YouTube or wherever fine podcasts can be listened to, such as, Spotify? You can listen to podcasts, amongst other places. Digital to Dice. Here's the bell for round number 3, scheduled for 15. Featherweight Championship of the World. Sanchez, the defending champion. McGuigan trying to rip the title away from the Mexican. Salvador Sanchez on the inside with Barry McGuigan. Toe-to-toe they go. Sanchez bangs hooks to the body and up to the head. Sanchez continues the punch. He is being first with his hands. He is nailing McGuigan, smothering him, and then working the angles on the inside. Beautiful infighting by Salvador Sanchez. Again, he rat-a-tats the Irishman on the inside, rips an uppercut through the guard of Barry McGuigan. It's been all Salvador Sanchez. Sanchez now backs McGuigan up with those shots. Good, crisp shots. Tight, hard, and over again. Another right hand lands by Salvador Sanchez. Salvador Sanchez giving Barry McGuigan a clinic on infighting. Sanchez left hook to the body, right hand to the jaw. McGuigan shrugs it off. Salvador Sanchez throwing. McGuigan dips. He comes up with a left to the body and a right uppercut. Best punch so far for Barry McGuigan here in round 3. Sanchez stays in tight, working the angle. Sanchez letting his hands go. They might not be all landing, but he is scoring. Final seconds, toe-to-toe they go. Tremendous round for the Mexican Salvador Sanchez. He just showed Barry McGuigan he could beat McGuigan at McGuigan's game. The Irishman needs to come up with an answer in his corner. But he's got to get on the inside. He's got to jab his way in. He has a good jab, Barry does, but he's not jabbing his way in. Round 4, scheduled for 15. Featherweight Championship on the line. Toe-to-toe exchange. Both men jab their way in and then fire away with hooks. Sanchez, McGuigan working on the inside, working the angles. This is phone booth warfare, and Sanchez is winning it. Ripping hooks into the ribs of the Irishman. Barry McGuigan then just moving side to side, working the angles, keeping McGuigan off balance. McGuigan looks to land the big left hook. Left into the body, short right hand into the jaw of Salvador Sanchez. Sanchez lands on the belt line. They're jostling for position on the inside. Toe-to-toe exchange again. This is good, solid infighting. Ring center, about a minute to go here in round number 4. Sanchez picking up the pace. That was an excellent combination. He started to the body, then goes to the head. That backs up McGuigan for a moment. McGuigan comes right back at him. Sanchez missed a right hand and a left hook, but no retaliation by Barry McGuigan. Sanchez is being first. Sanchez with a solid shot into the body, stopping McGuigan in his tracks, then snapping McGuigan's head with a right-left hook combination. Seconds remaining in round 4. Sanchez at the bell doubles up the left hook to the head. And there's the bell. McGuigan with some swelling near the left eye. McGuigan taking a lot of punishment in this fight. Ringside doctor going over to the McGuigan corner to take a look at Barry McGuigan. McGuigan has been punished quite a bit. Let's look at the ringside score through 4. It's a shutout for Salvador Sanchez. That's exactly the way I see it. Again, my opinions and the opinion of the ringside scorers are just that, opinions, non-official. The bell for round number 5. Could it be the beginning of the end for the Irishman, Barry McGuigan? Toe-to-toe exchange as McGuigan and Sanchez meet at ring center. They're letting their hands go. Fans in a fury here from Wembley Stadium, London, England. Sanchez, short, crisp combination on the inside. McGuigan tries to smother him, but McGuigan's not throwing. It's Salvador Sanchez, chopping right hand in tight, left to the body, and another chopping right hand catch Barry McGuigan. Oh, Salvador Sanchez, he doubles up on the left hook to the head and then comes with the right uppercut. McGuigan starts to back now, moves forward, and he's met by the fist of Sanchez. McGuigan dips, comes up firing with a left hook, and that clips Salvador Sanchez. McGuigan has to do more of that, though. Both fighters jostle, miss on the inside. Referee breaks them. Under a minute to go, round 5. Salvador Sanchez pressing in on McGuigan. McGuigan's giving ground. McGuigan takes a left to the body, a right hand. Now McGuigan tries to tie him up, and again Sanchez lands a right hand. 30 seconds to go in round number 5. Sanchez bangs away with shots to the body. McGuigan now starts to give ground. Final seconds of the 5th round. McGuigan bangs the body at the bell. A little too late for Barry McGuigan. He is fading into the night. We prepare for round number 6. Salvador Sanchez looks that he wants a stoppage here. He knows about the controversial 3 decision victories he's had in our universe, though those 3 victories has gained him the world title. The bell for round number 6. Sanchez presses. McGuigan presses. They maul, they brawl. Referee breaks him. Sanchez feints the right, left to the body, right hook to the jaw of Barry McGuigan. Ow! McGuigan, blood from the mouth once again. Sanchez follows up with a furious combination, forcing McGuigan to the ropes. McGuigan lands a right hand off the ropes and a left hook. Action moves back towards ring center. Good job by Barry McGuigan. Fighters tie up. Referee breaks them. About a minute 16 to go in round 6. Sanchez is being first. Sanchez jabs his way in. Booyah with the right hand. Ow! Blood from the nose of Barry McGuigan. He's bleeding from the under the left eye, from the mouth, from the nose. Barry McGuigan's face is being minced and diced, sliced into raw beef. Referee says fight out of it. Now he breaks them. 30 seconds to go in round 6. McGuigan, bloody mess. He can't see the punches coming. Salvador Sanchez unloading with hooks to the face of McGuigan. McGuigan fires wildly and lands a left hook to the side of the head of the Mexican at the bell. But another good round for Salvador Sanchez. They quickly get McGuigan on the stool and they start working on those cuts and the blood. Round 7 coming up. In the McGuigan corner, they're telling Barry you need something big. In the Mexicans' corner, Salvador Sanchez, through the interpreter, they say just keep doing what you're doing. Press the attack. He's fading. Here's the bell for round number 7. Phone booth warfare once again. It's warfare that Salvador Sanchez has dominated over Barry McGuigan. McGuigan known for the infighting, but Salvador Sanchez putting on a clinic here as he rat-a-tats McGuigan to the body and up to the head. McGuigan trying to get his pound of flesh. McGuigan digs a right hook to the body, then a left uppercut. Again, this infighting, you can see they try to maneuver into position, in tight, work the angles. It's just been Salvador Sanchez more fluent in the infighting. And once again, it's Salvador Sanchez. He's throwing 4, 5, 6 punches, backing McGuigan off his spot. McGuigan moves forward. They tie up. Both fighters working the free hand. Referee breaks them. About 1:20 to go in round 7. McGuigan misses the left and right. Salvador Sanchez playing the angles on the inside. McGuigan throws again. That was a good combination by the Irishman, Barry McGuigan. Bangs the body, then the uppercut snaps the head of the Mexican. McGuigan trying to win this infighting. Salvador Sanchez comes right back. Chopping right hand, left, right into the face of Barry McGuigan. Ow! More blood from the nose of the Irishman. He is a bloody mess. 30 seconds to go. McGuigan doubles up with a left hook. One into the ribs and one to the jaw of Salvador Sanchez. That brings hope to the McGuigan fans here at Wembley Stadium, London, England. McGuigan banging away at the bell. A good round for Barry McGuigan. That was a gut check and he passed it. The bloody Barry McGuigan fought with all of his heart. We give round 7 to Barry McGuigan as once again they quickly go to work with the horrific cut situation on the Irishman's face. Christopher Anderson has joined us at ringside here from Wembley Stadium, London, England. Hope all is well, Christopher, with you, your wife, and your mom and dad. Happy Easter, my friend. Round number 8, as we're coming up on the midway point of this 15-round championship contest. The bell for round number 8. Sanchez now on the outside, looking to pick McGuigan apart. McGuigan moves forward, is caught with a 1-2. Good jab right hand by Salvador Sanchez. Sanchez again pumping that jab out there, catching McGuigan. Blood starting to splatter the face of McGuigan once again. Feints the jab and booyah with the right hand from Salvador Sanchez. Sanchez moving side to side, picking McGuigan apart. Now he hooks to the body and quickly to the head. McGuigan in all kinds of trouble here. Salvador Sanchez, 2 more jabs and a right hand. Referee looking on. It is a bloody Barry McGuigan. McGuigan gets caught with a lead right and a left hook to the jaw. Salvador Sanchez opening up. He feints the jab and lands a right hook to the jaw. It's all the Mexican Salvador Sanchez. 2 jabs and a right hand. McGuigan not answering back. Here's the bell. As Salvador Sanchez just opens up with a windmill flurry, backing McGuigan up, snapping his head over and over again to end round number 8. A huge round for Salvador Sanchez. McGuigan's corner needs to start thinking about maybe our fighter doesn't need to take this punishment, but it is a championship fight. McGuigan needs a miracle knockout. His power has faded tremendously. Jim L. has joined us. Says Happy Easter to Al and all. Thank you very much, my friend. Hope all is well. Jim L. And Happy Easter to you. I don't know how much longer Barry McGuigan can take this punishment. He was battered by Sandy Sadler. Sadler has indicated he wants a rematch with Salvador Sanchez. The bell for round number 9. Sanchez again on the outside. Sanchez working that jab over and over again. Now he lands a good straight right hand. McGuigan in trouble. McGuigan backing up. He's a bloody mess. McGuigan comes back with a couple of jabs of his own. Gets on the inside. Referee giving him all the breaks in the world. Big left hook by Salvador Sanchez. McGuigan backs up again. Salvador Sanchez measuring. Measuring. Now a left right to the body. Sanchez measuring McGuigan. McGuigan on the ropes. He's jabbing away, looking to land the booyah right hand. McGuigan trying to fight his way off the ropes and stay in this fight. McGuigan hooks to the body. Referee looking on with concern. McGuigan bangs the body. Sanchez seems undeterred. Sanchez has to punch here. And there's a good double left hook by Barry McGuigan. 2 left hooks to the head of Salvador Sanchez. Sanchez just backs away from the ropes. A bloody McGuigan follows him. Final seconds coming up. And there's the bell for round number 9. Salvador Sanchez was so very, very close to a stoppage there. Referee following McGuigan to his corner. He's calling for the ringside doctor. They're going to take a look at Barry. SGJ Jamie says, towel ready to fly. Scott Long, Barry's corner might think about throwing the towel in. I'm in agreement with both of those opinions from ringside. Round 10 coming up. Will McGuigan come out? There's discussion in his corner. There's a delay. What's going to happen? No, McGuigan says he wants to go. Here we go. Round number 10. McGuigan moves forward. Toe-to-toe exchange. Sanchez from the outside. McGuigan loading up on the left hook. Lands it. He needs more of that. Sanchez working the jab. 2 jabs, 3 jabs. Boom with the right hand. Blood flies from the face of Barry McGuigan, but McGuigan walks through it. McGuigan winds up with a left hook. He missed, but a grazing right uppercut caught Sanchez as he was trying to throw a punch. Sanchez back with the jab. Another jab, and booyah with the right hand. McGuigan walks through it, but he is a bloody mess. Sanchez doubles up the jab and another right hand. Referee looking on. Sanchez missed the lead right. Final seconds coming up here in round 10. Sanchez, right hand, left hook, right hand, all to the jaw of a bloody Barry McGuigan. Sanchez banging away with hooks, driving McGuigan into the ropes, and there's the bell to sound the end of round number 10. Holy cow. I really think you need to stop this fight if you're in the Barry McGuigan corner. SGJ Jamie says, stay of execution. Sanchez looks very sharp as he looks to notch another victory in his gun belt. Well, McGuigan's coming out for round number 11. Who would have thunk it? There's the bell. Sanchez from the outside. Sanchez feints the jab. Boom with the right hand. McGuigan buckles. McGuigan tries to tie up Sanchez. Sanchez shoves him away. Referee moments away from a stoppage. Sanchez looks to pour it on. Sanchez punching furiously. McGuigan on the ropes. The referee finally calls a halt to the slaughter. 47 seconds into round number 11, Salvador Sanchez was pummeling the bejesus out of Barry McGuigan on the ropes. A bloody McGuigan not defending himself. The fight is called to an end. The referee gave Barry McGuigan all the opportunity in the world, but finally, common sense prevailed. An excellent stoppage. You could see the ringside physician was up on the near ringside, coming up on the apron, signaling for the fight to end, but the referee did it on his own. McGuigan is a bloody mess, a brave effort by Barry McGuigan, but a losing effort by Barry McGuigan. Scott Long at ringside says, good call, ref. Indeed, it was, Scott. So Salvador Sanchez gets his first stoppage. No controversy in this fight. He's now 4-0, retains his World Featherweight Championship with the 11th round stoppage of Barry McGuigan. We'll quickly go to the scorecards as they have been collected. Let's take a look at them. Salvador Sanchez, pure dominance, really, after pure dominant. I mean, there were moments for Barry McGuigan on the blue corner, but not enough moments. Not enough moments, especially the beating he took round 8. Round 9 was even, but round 10, another beating, and round 11, obviously, the beating that ended the fight. We now move on to the co-main event of the evening. Two heavyweights trying to get back to a title shot, a world title shot. Joe Frazier, Tyson Fury. Let's take a look at both fighters and then to their history. Joe Frazier, Smokin' Joe from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, US of A, 32-4-1 with 27 stoppages. In reality, he lost 4 times to 2 men. Muhammad Ali twice, George Foreman twice. Big puncher, obviously. Tough man, Smokin' Joe Frazier. Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. This is a card I made. In this game, you can make fighters. And I tested it fairly. I think it's a fair card. And you can make fighters. I'll be making a few more here when I have a chance. I'm going to do a Deontay Wilder. I want to do John L. Sullivan, who's not in the game, and a couple other fighters. And again, it's just, I tested it out, I thought it played well, and then I brought it into the game. So, Tyson Fury, pound for pound, the best fighter in the world, in my opinion, at the moment. Great heavyweight. The only person who can beat Tyson Fury, in my opinion, is Tyson Fury, meaning if his head's not on right and if he gets old all of a sudden. Fury, in our universe, is 3-2. His 3 wins have been by stoppages. His 2 losses by decision. Joe Frazier is 3-1. 2 wins by stoppage, 1 by decision. His 1 loss by split decision. So let's go to the heavyweight rankings very quickly. Let's sort by... We'll go to Joe Frazier first, who is currently ranked number 11 in the world. His last fight, he hasn't fought since losing that split decision to Gene Tunney for the World Championship. So it's been a while since we've seen Joe Frazier. He beat Ernie Shavers by stoppage in the 8th. Held the NABF title when he beat Jimmy Young by unanimous decision. Destroyed Tommy Morrison, stopping Tommy in 1, and then a controversial decision loss, split decision for the heavyweight championship. Gene Tunney was the champion then, split decision. And it was close, 68-57. Frazier down the stretch took rounds 14 and 15, but it was not enough to take the championship from Tunney. So Frazier has had a layoff for a bit, comes back with a fairly big fight. And we're going to show you Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. There he is. 3-2-0 with 3 stoppages. Defeated the Englishman Jack Bodell by stoppage in 7. Lost. Was upset by Michael Dokes. He's looking for a possible rematch with Dokes. Unanimous decision, Dokes won. And Fury came back, beat the Spaniard Jose Manuel Uritain by stoppage in 6. Had a tough tussle with Eric Butterbean Esch before stopping the Butterbean in 8. Then got a crack at the world title. Lost a unanimous decision to Joe Louis, though he had Louis down. He had Louis down for an 8 count in the 4th. Louis dropped him in the 6th. And then Louis was down again in the 12th. So Fury had his moments, but could not keep the Brown Bomber on the canvas. But he's looking for another crack at the Brown Bomber from Detroit, Michigan, Joe Louis. So to the co-main event we go. Ten rounds heavyweights, Joe Frazier, Tyson Fury. The fighters are in the ring. Frazier will be out of the red corner. Fury, the Gypsy King, the blue corner. Fury towers over Joe Frazier. Fury will have the height, reach, weight advantage. Tremendously strong and an excellent infighter. Frazier has determination and the, at any moment, go home left hook. Just ask Muhammad Ali. They touch gloves. We await the bell. There's the bell. Both fighters meet at ring center. Toe-to-toe exchange. The war starts early. Fury, uppercut, lifts the head of Joe Frazier. Now lands a good right hand. Good combination by Tyson Fury. Frazier comes back, banging away the girthy body of the Irishman, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Frazier trying to find a home with that left hook. Toe-to-toe exchange, equal exchange by both heavyweights. Frazier dips, doubles the left hook. One to the ribs and one to the jaw of Tyson Fury. He's punching up. Fury's a tall, strong man. Frazier Lands a right hand, now a left hook, and another right hand.
Ow!
Blood from the mouth of the Gypsy King. Frazier working in tight. Fury working in tight. Fury with an uppercut now holds Frazier in place, banging away. Referee breaks him. From the Frazier corner, they're none too happy with those tactics from Tyson Fury. Fury, big shots, backing up Frazier. Uppercut lifted Frazier's head. It was a left uppercut, then a right left backed him up. Final seconds of a very close round number 1. And it's Frazier punching at the bell. Left hook to the ribs, left hook to the jaw. Frazier buckles Fury at the bell. We give a very, very close round to Joe Frazier. He was working that left hook overtime. Joining us at ringside, Mark Atkins. Is Jack Fitzsimmons in the original... Jack Fitzsimmons. You mean Bob Fitzsimmons? Does the game keep up with current fighters? Which game are we talking about? This game, Mark? Shakur Stevenson is not in this game. You could make Shakur Stevenson. They're coming out. Gary Brown's going to be coming out with more up-to-date. It's hard to judge new fighters because they're still fighting. But it is nice when they have some of them. And Jack Fitzsimmons. I don't know if you mean Bob Fitzsimmons. If not, just tell me. So good to have you here, Mark Atkins. Round 2 coming up. Scheduled for 10. Possible heavyweight title shot on the line for both these heavyweights. Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier dips, dives, fires, counter from Tyson Fury. Fury comes back with a left uppercut and a right hand. Good exchange by both. Frazier bangs a left hook to the body and another left hook to the body. Excuse me. Frog in my throat. Fury at distance looks to work the jab. Frazier moves in, but those punches did not land. Fury again from distance. Feints a jab, lands a right hook into the ribs of the on-charging Joe Frazier. Frazier bipping, bopping, ducking, bobbing, weaving. Toe-to-toe exchange. A good exchange, even exchange. Mark Atkins says, I meant Bob Fitzsimmons, and yes. I don't know. We'll check after. I don't think Bob Fitzsimmons is in this game. He's in Title Bout 2 PC, and he's definitely in Glory Days Boxing, Card and Dice. Football as well, Mark. Round 2 continues, about a minute to go. Good job by Tyson Fury, nailing Frazier with the uppercut. That lifts his head up and then comes with a right hook, clipping Joe Frazier.
Ow!
Frazier has an abrasion above the left eye, and now I see blood. I see blood above the left eye of Joe Frazier. Frazier comes firing back, banging lefts and right hooks into the ribs of the Gypsy King. 30 seconds to go in round number 2, scheduled for 10. Short looping right hand grazes Tyson Fury. Frazier then digs a left under the arm into the ribs of the Gypsy King. Frazier continues to punch on the inside, banging away. Tyson Fury playing a little too much in that round and thought he had it, but Frazier just kept plugging away, kept fighting. Frazier might have stole that round at the end. SGJ Jamie, regarding Legends of Boxing, says, on the Delphi format, a lot of the old-time guys and many others have been rated. You have to input them into the game, but the data is there. And you can make them yourself. I made Tyson Fury. So you can do that. I don't really go on Delphi. So SGJ Jamie, if you could post some of those, if it doesn't bother you, on the Facebook page, I would appreciate that. I don't really go on Delphi. Give me some guidelines to see how I want to make some of those guys. Round 3, speak of English now. Round 3 scheduled for 10. Let's take a quick look at the ringside score. 2-0 for Joe Frazier. Mark Atkins says, thanks, Al and Jamie. Al, am I guessing you've done this, but have you created a Rocky/Creed set? No, I have not. And those, I created Bugs Bunny. I did. I created Bugs Bunny to crush it. You can do anything you want in this. I like when a game, before we get back to the fight in round 3, I like when these PC games or any game gives you the ability like in wrestling or boxing, to make your own fighter or wrestler, or even you can make your own baseball team, which History Maker Baseball, you can, if you want, take the time and do it. I like when you can create, you can make your own fighters in Title Bout 2 PC, you can make your own fighters here, and even in the card and dice games, you can make your own fighters. It just, they're not going to look the same unless you have the PDF set up. So, here we go, round number 3, scheduled for 10. It's Frazier on the inside, Fury on the outside. Frazier gets past the jab, and he works that left hook overtime to the body of Tyson Fury. He's going to bring it to the head once again. Both fighters jostle. Fury pushes Frazier away, but he doesn't punch. And now he pushed him away and lands a good combination, a scoring combination, left-right. Frazier dips underneath, comes up punching, bangs the body, throws an uppercut that just grazed the whiskers of Tyson Fury. Frazier again on the inside. Fury smothers him, leans on him, but Frazier scores some blows there. Fury's got a punch. Fury at distance, put 1 jab, 2 jabs, no right hand. Fury keeping Frazier at bay. He missed those shots, and that was an uppercut that, if it landed, might have dropped Joe Frazier 30 seconds ago. Good combination there by Tyson Fury. That uppercut didn't miss, and Fury quickly followed up with 3 more punches, scoring on Smoking Joe Frazier. Close round, final 10 seconds. Frazier punching at the bell, doubles up the left hook to that jaw of Tyson Fury. The second one has Frazier nearly leaping off his feet, and Fury is down! Fury is down! Frazier to the corner. Fury must get up. 6, 7, 8, 9. Fury just beats the count. He is groggy. The bell's going to sound. The bell is going to sound. Holy cow, Joe Frazier with a double left hook to the jaw of Tyson Fury. The first one clipped him. The second one, Frazier nearly comes off his feet. Bada bing, bada boom, down goes the Gypsy King. He is very worse for wear. He just barely beat the count. A huge knockdown for Joe Frazier of Tyson Fury. Jeff Ray has joined us. Hope all is well. Wow. That's going to put Frazier well ahead now. 30-26. Still a lot of rounds to go, but can Tyson Fury recover from that? MV, our good friend from across the pond, Patrick, remember, check out his wonderful channel for Action PC baseball action. It says, great shot by Smokin' Joe. Indeed it was. MV also says, Title Bout 2 is great, but this game a little easier to create fighters. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And maybe I'll do a video on how to create a fighter here. And I'll create, like, I'm going to do a cartoon universe because I'm strange that way. Like, Bugs Bunny love Bugs Bunny, and I love the Crusher. And the boxing and wrestling cartoon, fabulous. I mean, you can create real fighters. I created Tyson Fury. But here we go, round number 4. Frazier looking to follow up the knockdown of Tyson Fury. Has Fury recovered? Frazier is smoking. Frazier bangs away with left right to the body. Grazing left hook to the jaw of Fury. Fury trying to push Frazier back. Fury shoves Frazier away, lands a jab, a right hand, and a left uppercut. Fury again lands the uppercut while holding Frazier in place. The Frazier corner, Eddie Frutch screaming that's a foul. Frazier none too happy with it. Doubles up on the left hook to the jaw and face of Tyson Fury. Fury pushing Frazier back, banging away with lefts and rights. Good scoring blows. Fury trying to impose his will with his girth, strength, and size upon Smoking Joe Frazier. They tie up. Fury forcing Frazier to the ropes. He's leaning on Smoking Joe. Referee struggling to break them. Now they break. A minute to go in round 4. Frazier, big shots off the ropes, backing the Gypsy King up. But Fury comes right forward. And again, Fury plows Frazier into the ropes. Referee breaks them. 12 seconds to go in round 4. Fury throws, lands a few. Frazier dips, comes up, left, right, and Fury is down! He's first in the ropes! Frazier is issued in the neutral corner, second time. Fury's been down, 7, 8. Fury is up. Again, the bell will save him as the referee wipes off his gloves. Frazier has dropped Tyson Fury in consecutive rounds right at the bell. And this time it was a left hook, then a crisp right hand. It was looping as he is punching up, but it was the left hook that did the damage, and the right hand finished Fury off to send him face first into the ropes and down. So Fury has been down twice from the fist of Smoking Joe Frazier. Not an easy task. Frazier well ahead through 4 rounds now, 40-36. Fury will need something huge. Here's the bell for round number 5. Fury from distance now. Fury a jab and a straight right. Frazier dipping, diving, bobbing, weaving, trying to get inside. Fury catches it coming up with an uppercut. Now the right and left score on Frazier. Frazier gets in punching distance, works the body quite well of the Gypsy King. Under 2 minutes ago, Frazier with a belt shot. Fury comes back with a hook to the body, missed the right hand to the head. The hook was a left. Frazier bangs a left of his own before Fury smothers him, shoves him away, moves back to distance. About a minute to go. Fury, 1 jab, 2 jabs, no right hand. Fury needs to land something big. Frazier dips, left hook, right hand, left hook upon Fury's face, swelling around the right eye of Tyson Fury. Final seconds of round 5. Frazier looking to pour it on, left to the body, left hook to the jaw of Fury. Fury buckles, and there's the bell. This time Fury was able to stand up to those punches, but another round in the bank for Joe Frazier. Fury will need a miracle. He needs a big shot. He's got to catch Frazier coming in. If he can catch him with an uppercut. He's got to catch him with an uppercut. Ringside, MV says Fury is like The Undertaker. If he can take a Wilder shot, he can take a Smokin' Joe shot. But can Fury come back and win? I doubt it. He needs something big. I gave him his trait, Will, no penalty for knockdowns, just because, obviously, we've seen him get knocked down in real life and come back. Frazier will press forward. Fury will be from the outside. Frazier pressing, bangs the body. Fury again from distance. He's not landing his punches. Frazier bangs the body again. Fury needs to land something here. There's 1 jab, missed with the right hand. Under 2 minutes ago, Fury again misses with the jab. Smokin' Joe is bipping, bopping, dipping, diving, bobbing, weaving. Frazier, left hook, misses. Counter by Fury. There's the uppercut. There's the uppercut by Tyson Fury. He's got to do that. More and more, but Frazier undeterred. And again, the uppercut. Right hook. Good combination by Tyson Fury. Frazier undeterred. He bangs the body. Fury moves away, but those body shots are slowing down the Gypsy King. Fury, a jab and a right hand catch. Frazier. Fury having a good round, but is it a little too late? Frazier missed those shots at the bell. That was a good close round, but I'm going to give that one to Fury. That's the first one Fury puts in the bank in our eyes. The ringside score gives it even. Again, my opinion and those of the ringside score are unofficial. We have 3 scoring judges. 6 down, 4 to go. Fury way behind. He's been dropped twice in the Fury corner. They said, back him up, Tyson, knock him out. Eddie Futch in the Frazier corner says, just keep doing what you're doing. He's going to try to come at you. Nail him with those left hooks. There's the bell, round number 7. Fury takes control, pushing Frazier off balance, lands the uppercut. Good job by Tyson Fury. Fury again holding Frazier in place with the left and pounds away with 2 right uppercuts. They're very incensed and unhappy in the Frazier corner with those tactics from Tyson Fury. Fury, left uppercut, right hand. Frazier's in big trouble. Frazier is back towards the ropes. Here comes Tyson Fury. Holy cow. Fury landing big shots. Frazier in trouble. Frazier regroups. Fury again pounds him into the ropes with a left uppercut, a right uppercut, and then holds him in place and hits him with a right uppercut. Fury, jab, jab, right hand. Frazier in all kinds of difficulty. Under a minute to go here in round 7. Frazier wants to get his back off the ropes. Frazier bangs the body, but Fury shoves him right back into the ropes. Frazier again bangs the body, and Fury throws him right back into the ropes. Fury at the bell with a right uppercut, left hook. That is the best round of the fight for the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Wow. You got to give that round to Tyson Fury. The ringside scorer did, so I've given the last 2 rounds to Fury, the first 5 for Frazier, including knockdowns in 3 and 4, excuse me. And he hurt Fury at the bell in round 5. I'm going to take a swig of water as the pugilists take a swig of water. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone had a happy Easter, those who celebrate Easter, as I do. Round 8, scheduled for 10. Frazier coming after Fury. Fury trying to lay the trap. Frazier bangs the body with hooks. Frazier again on the inside. Fury tries to tie him up, but Frazier clips him with an overhand right. Fury at distance missed the 2 jabs. Again, Fury at distance. Lands a jab and a right hand. He needs more of that. Toe-to-toe exchange. It was an even exchange. Fury moves away. Fury feints, and Fury lands a right-left uppercut. Good job by Tyson Fury. Frazier moves in, always trying to work the body, but as he does that, Fury shoves him off balance. The Frazier corner complaining about that tactic. Now they jostle, they grapple, they maul, they brawl. Frazier is pushed back. Referee gives a stern look to Tyson Fury. Final seconds of round 8. It's Frazier dipping left to the body. Right uppercut. Catches Fury at the bell. He absorbed that punch better, but Frazier takes round number 8. MV says Fury doesn't have the shot to finish Joe, who's bobbing and weaving. I agree. 6 more minutes for Tyson Fury. He's looking defeat right in the face. Best round for Fury came in the prior round. Round number 7. Here we go. Frazier well ahead in our eyes. Frazier pressing, Fury pressing. Toe-to-toe they go. Frazier just hooking to the body. Fury looks to come right back. He hooks to the body. Frazier concentrating his shots into the ribs of the Gypsy King. Fury's got to land something big to the head. There's some big shots to the body. And then 2 uppercuts move Frazier off his point, backing up Smoking Joe Frazier. Fury again lands a left and a right uppercut. Now holds Frazier in place and lands another right uppercut. Fury pulling out all the tricks. Fury holds him in place again, banging away with uppercuts. And then 1 more shot to the labanza of Joe Frazier. Frazier doubles up with the left hook, 1 to the ribs and 1 to the jaw of the Gypsy King. 30 seconds to go in round 9. Frazier with short shots on the inside. Final seconds of round 9 is Frazier punching away at the bell to the body, then up to the head with hooks. Another close round. It was a close round. 3 more minutes to go. If Joe Frazier stands, he wins. I believe the Gypsy King needs to pull off a miracle of biblical proportions. He will need a knockout. His power is diminishing, so is Frazier's power. Both men are worn out from a very physical fight. Frazier has dropped Fury twice. He dropped Fury in the 4th at the end of the, in the 3rd at the end of the round, in the 4th at the end of the round, and wobbled Fury at the end of the 5th, though Fury stood for that one. They touch gloves. Round 10. Toe-to-toe exchange at ring center. Fury's got to give it his all. Frazier bangs away. Fury does not counter. Again, Frazier bangs away, body and head. Another toe-to-toe exchange. Frazier got the better of it. He doubled the left hook to the jaw of Tyson Fury. Fury did land, but not as big. Frazier concentrating shots to the body. Now lands a uppercut, a right uppercut through the guard of Fury, who was leaning down a bit. Fury's got to land something big. Bangs the body in a hybrid hook uppercut into the sternum of Smokin' Joe Frazier. Under a minute to go. Frazier, Fury, bang on the inside. Frazier, the much more effective fighter. Frazier continues to bang away. Now looping right hand catches Fury. Final seconds of this fight. It's all Joe Frazier. Right, left, right at the bell. As Frazier unloaded on the bald noggin of the Gypsy King. We see Frazier running away with a unanimous decision and possible a crack at the world title. Will it be Joe Louis or Lennox Lewis? So Frazier, who hasn't fought since his controversial decision defeat to then champion Gene Tunney, will he pick up his first win? We think so. Let's go to the unofficial scorecard. 99-90. Joe Frazier, we're in agreement there. There are a few close rounds that could have made the card closer, but not to give Tyson Fury the victory. The ring announcer has the official decision. It's a unanimous decision, 97-92, 99-90, 99-90 again for your winner by unanimous decision from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Smokin' Joe Frazier. So Tyson Fury falls to defeat here at Wembley Stadium in front of many a fan. Let's go to the fight report. I mean, Fury had his moments, but the fight is all pretty much over with those two knockdowns at the end of round 3 and 4, and then Fury was hurt at the end of round 5. There's where Frazier won the fight. Fury, I mean, he only won round 7. That's where he had Frazier hurt. That's the only round he won on all 3 judges' scorecards. SGJ Jamie from ringside says Joe Frazier looks ready to face either Joe Louis or Lennox Lewis next. And Muhammad Ali is still the #1 contender. Now to the main event. The Brown Bomber from Detroit, Michigan, Joe Louis versus Lennox Lewis, the Englishman. So let's quickly just look at that. Lewis from West Ham, England. Joe Frazier, Detroit, Michigan. Let's go to see how they got to this championship fight. Oh, not there. There we go. We'll start with the champion, Joe Louis. He's undefeated in our universe, 10-0 with 7 stoppages. He knocked out Floyd Patterson in 8. Stopped a very determined Joe Erskine in 9. Joe Batsky took him the distance. Lewis won a lopsided unanimous decision. In a wild fight from Argentina, stopped the Wild Bull of the Pampas, Luis Firpo, in 8. Then won the heavyweight championship from Oscar Bonavina, who upset Gene Tunney by stopping him in 8. That was an ass beating. Defended against Jimmy Ellis, stopping Ellis in 10. Decisioned George Foreman over 15. Decision Tyson Fury, though, was dropped twice over 15. Cooney dropped Joe Louis, but then was stopped in the 4th. And you can see, did he drop him or did he hurt him? Blue corner. Blue corner. Cooney. No, yes, Cooney dropped him in the 3rd, and then, well, that was a hell of a fight, though, a good action fight. as long as it lasts. So Cooney dropped Lewis in the third, Cooney out of the red corner right here, and then Lewis came back and knocked him out in the fourth. That was a fun fight from Yankee Stadium. Okay. And then in his last defense, stopped Ernie Shavers in 7. Shavers dropped Lewis, almost knocked him out. Had Lewis down for a 9 count in the fourth, but then Lewis came back and KO'd Shavers in the 7th. So that's Joe Louis. Okay. Lennox Lewis is ranked number 13 in the world. He's the Commonwealth, British, and English heavyweight champion. He's 10-1-1 with 8 stoppages. Last fight, majority decision over George Chuvalo, who he drew in the prior fight. Lewis beat Herbie Hyde, stoppage, in 1. Henry Cooper, stoppage in 4. Don Conteh, stoppage in 3. Frank Bruno in 13. Normally I don't fight fights that actually happen, but I did that one. Erskine in 3. Joe Bugner in 9. Tom Heaney went the distance with Lewis. Gave him a tough tussle, but Lewis gets a close unanimous decision. Then beat, I believe, Gordon Reset. Is a Canadian, stopped him in 6th. Had his world title opportunity, but was stopped in the 15th by Gene Tunney. Came back to beat Dwayne Bobbick in the 6th. For the Commonwealth title, he fought Chuvalo to a draw. We thought Chuvalo won that fight. We thought Chuvalo got screwed. It was a draw. The rematch went majority decision to Lennox Lewis. And again, another close fight. But this time, we thought Lewis pulled it out. Had it been a draw again, it would have been fair. But the first fight, we thought Chuvalo won. Doesn't matter what we think. So here's the main event for the 15 rounds heavyweight championship of the world. What a fight card we had from Wembley. If you're enjoying the fights, smack that like button. It's very important. Shows you're enjoying what we're doing on the channel. Also, if you've not subscribed and you wish to, please do so. Hit the bell for notification when we go live or upload. And check out the other wonderful content creators in our community. Here we go, the main event. Joe Louis, the Brown Bombers, 68-3-0, 54 stoppages. Detroit, Michigan. Lennox Lewis, 44-2-1, 32 stoppages. Both former heavyweight champions. Lewis 10-1 with a draw, 8 stoppages, 2 wins by decisions. He was stopped once by Gene Tunney in a heavyweight championship bout. That's his only loss. Joe Louis 10-0. He has 7 stoppages and he's won 3 decisions. Lennox Lewis lost to Oliver McCall and Hasim Rotman. Joe Louis lost to Max Schmeling. This is reality. Max Schmeling, Ezzard Charles when he came back, and Rocky Marciano when he came back. Both pugilists are in the ring. It's fight time. It's the main event from Wembley Stadium. Here we go. Joe Louis looks to defend his title against a very tough customer, much larger, much bigger, Lennox Lewis. And Lewis can pop, and so that's Lennox Lewis. And Joe Louis can pop. Don't blink your eyes. Someone is going to win the prize. As Dwayne Martz says, Al, this is boxing. You don't smack the like button. You punch it, LOL. I agree. MV says, I used to play dominoes with Lennox Lewis's dad. Very cool. I never got a chance to meet the great man. I always liked Lennox Lewis. Though I did make money the night Oliver McCall knocked him out. That was on my sister's wedding day. And I bet with people. Betting wasn't legal in Massland. A nice chunk of change. And it was all because Lennox Lewis changed his hairstyle. I always notice stuff like that. Well, you changed your hairstyle. Something a little too, mine's not on the fight game. When certain changes happen, Oliver McCarr clipped him and knocked him out. Here we go, round number 1. Fighters get their final instructions. They touch gloves. They go to their corners. They await the bell. Lewis will try to get inside of the much lengthier Lennox Lewis. Steeler fan 1933, our good friend Matt says his money's on Joe Lewis. There's the bell. Lewis moves forward. Lennox... the Brown Bomber moves forward. Lennox stays on the outside. Lennox Lewis catches Joe with an uppercut. I never thought of the difficulty about saying this. Good shot by Lennox. The Brown Bomber, Joe, moves forward, bangs a hook to the body, missed the right hand to the jaw of Lennox Lewis. Lewis moves away. Working his way on the inside, Lewis tries to smother. That's Lennox Lewis trying to smother Joe Lewis. Lewis works a hook into the ribs of Lennox. Joe and Lennox jostle. Now they break. Lennox back at distance. Joe Lewis cuts the distance, throws, scores a body shot. Lennox pushes him off balance and lands a beautiful uppercut and a left hook. So Lennox Lewis using his size advantage on the Brown Bomber. Joe jabs to the chest and boo with a big right hand against Lennox Lewis's jaw. Joe looks to repeat, and he does. Left right to the body, left right to the head as the Brown Bomber backs up Lennox Lewis. Lewis back to his jab, can't land it. He missed the jab on Joe. Joe hooks to the body with a left and right. Final seconds of round number 1. It's Joe Lewis punching at the bell to the Labanza of the much bigger Lennox Lewis. We give round 1 to a very effective and aggressive Brown Bomber, Joe Lewis. Again, I never thought about, because I usually call the fights by the fighter's last name. And it's Lewis and Lewis, though spelled differently. SGJ Jamie. Ali ringside is predicting Lennox Lewis to win the fight, but doesn't care which one. He would whoop them both. As SGJ Jamie interviewing the GOAT in some people's eyes, in most people's eyes, Muhammad Ali. Why? So Chris Anderson asked, why is Tyson Fury called the Gypsy King? Because he's a gypsy. He's an Irish gypsy. Here we go, round number 2. Joe Lewis looks to press the attack against Lennox Lewis. That's Lennox, looks to stay on the outside. The Brown Bomber works his way past Lennox's jab and again digs a left to the body and lands a good crisp right to the jaw of Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis ties up Joe Lewis. Referee breaks them. Toe-to-toe exchange by the Lewises. Both fighters scored equally. Now it's Lennox Lewis trying to control the bout from distance. Feints a jab. Lands a right hook into the ribs of the Brown Bomber. Looks to rinse and repeat. This time he feinted the jab and lands a right cross into the face of the Brown Bomber, Joe Lewis. Lewis gets in tight, but Lennox Lewis smothers Joe. Under a minute to go. Lennox Lewis again feints a jab and lands a right. He's found something here. Max Schmeling, remember Max Schmeling said when he defeated Joe Lewis in real life the first time, said, I see something. It looks like Lennox Lewis has studied the right hand that lands upon Joe Lewis. Joe comes back with a right hand of his own. Digs a left under the arm into the ribs of Lennox Lewis. Final seconds of round number 2, and it's Joe Lewis hooking the body of Lennox at the bell. That was a close round. I like Lennox a bit there with those sneak right hands that caught Joe Lewis. Round 3 scheduled for 15. Joe Lewis presses forward. Lennox Lewis stays behind his jab, but he cannot keep the Brown Bomber at bay. Lewis works his way in quite neatly, bangs the body up to the head with left and right hooks. Ow! And we have a cut near the right eye of Lennox Lewis. So the Brown Bomber draws first blood upon the Englishman. Toe-to-toe exchange and equal exchange for both pugilists. About 2 minutes ago here in round 3, scheduled for 15, World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Joe Lewis defends his title against Lennox Lewis. Joe Louis feints and booyah! Right uppercut! Nearly snapping Lennox Lewis's head right off. Louis buckles. He backs to the ropes. Brown Bomber measures with the jab and the right hand, and down goes Lennox Lewis. Joe Louis to the neutral corner. Lennox, that is, struggling to get to his feet. He's up at 7. He'll take the mandatory 8. What a right hand shot from the Brown Bomber. They don't call him the Brown Bomber for nothing. Looking to starch Lennox Lewis. Looking to stop Lewis here in the third. About a minute 23 to go. The Brown Bomber, an excellent finisher. He's methodically banging away at the body. Lennox trapped on the ropes. Now a left uppercut raises Lennox's head up, and booyah with the right hand. Lewis is hurt again. Both fighters trade evenly, but it's Lennox Lewis on the ropes. Joe Louis bangs a right to the body. Now a left hook to the head of Lennox Lewis. We're starting to see some swelling near the right eye, so Lewis coping with blood and swelling near that right eye. As the Brown Bomber starts to chop up the Englishman, Lennox looks to fight off the ropes. Left uppercut, right hand! And Lewis is hurt! That is Joe Louis. Lennox Lewis spins him and puts him on the ropes. Final seconds. Big shots by Lennox Lewis at the bell. Unbelievable. What a round of action. Round number 3. The Brown Bomber, Joe Louis, dropped Lennox for a 7 count. And by round's end, it was Lennox Lewis turning the tables, hurting the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis, spinning him, putting him on the ropes, and banging away at the bell. But the round goes to the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis, due to the knockdown and much more effective punching anyway. Coming up on round 4, Emmanuel Stewart is in Lennox Lewis's corner. He's telling Lennox, stay at distance. He's got to get in punching range. You don't allow it. The bell for round number 4. Again, Lewis looks to cut the distance, get in punching range of Lennox Lewis. Here comes Joe. Joe on the inside, rat-a-tats the ribs, and now a left-right to the jaw of Lennox Lewis. Lewis is hurt once again. Lewis trying to parry away Joe. Joe looking to land the Kanaka goodbye punch. There's the right hand. It was a grazing shot. Had it landed flush, the Englishman might have went face first to the canvas. 2 minutes to go in round 4. Excellent job so far by Joe Louis. Lennox Lewis puts a jab on Joe, stopping the attack for a moment. Joe works his way in. Joe missed the go-home right hand. That's Joe Louis. Lewis, again, this Brown Bomber, bangs the body now. Now he concentrates his effort to the body of the Englishman, Lennox Lewis. Lewis backs up a bit, getting dangerously close to those ropes. Big shots by the Brown Bomber, snapping the head of the Englishman. Watch those dreadlocks go flying. Action moves back towards ring center. Lewis, that's Lennox, feints the jab, lands a left hook. It was a grazing left hook to the head of the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis. About 20 seconds to go. Lewis, right hand, left uppercut. Lennox is hurt once again. Final second. The Brown Bomber bangs the body with hooks and up to the head. Another tremendous round for Joe Louis out of Detroit, Michigan. 4 down. 11 to go. Will it go the distance? The size hasn't bothered the Brown Bomber one bit. He still does what he does best. Get in punching range, let quick shots go, and don't wait for return to center. Though, Joe Louis was hurt in the third after he dropped Lennox. Round 5, scheduled for 15, World Championship on the line. Both fighters throw big shots and miss. Lennox, he's got to establish the jab. 1 jab, 2 jab, boom with the right hand on Joe Louis. Louis is badly hurt. Now Lennox Lewis has a chance to shine. Oh, Lennox a little too over anxious. He missed with the right hand and then the left uppercut. Joe Louis tries to regroup here. Joe Louis, right hand, left hook to the head of Lennox. Lennox, again, he has a cut and swelling around that right eye. Louis works his way in tight. That's Joe. Joe Louis bangs Lennox's body. Lennox back at distance. He's got to stay off those ropes. Lead right lands by Lennox Lewis. The left was grazing. It did clip the side of the head of the Brown Bomber. Under a minute to go. Lewis feints the jab, lands a right hook. That's Lennox Lewis landing the right hook on Joe Louis. 20 seconds to go. They tie up. Referee breaks them. Final seconds of round 5. It's Lennox Lewis punching at the bell. Lands a couple of hooks to the head of the Brown Bomber. A good round for Lennox. So we are 1/3 through this 15-round championship bout. SGJ Jamie says, Lennox needed an early knockdown, I think, to have a chance window. I think to have a chance, the window is closing. Good prognostications, good views on the fight. I thought Lennox would have to hurt Lewis early. As I slurp my water by accident. Round 6, scheduled for 15. Both fighters on the outside. Lewis lays the trap. That's Joe Louis. Lennox moves forward. Lennox gets caught by the Brown Bomber, jab and a right hand. And again, that starts some blood near the right eye and continues to puff up that right eye of Lennox Lewis. The Brown Bomber, Joe Louis, has a target. Lennox comes right back. Lewis gets too close. Lennox smothers him and rips 2 right uppercuts, holding Joe in place. Lewis corner none too happy with these tactics. We've seen those tactics with Tyson Fury. Lewis feints, comes up, boom with the right hand. Joe Louis lands a crushing right hand upon Lennox Lewis. Lewis is doing the drunken dance as he wobbles back into the ropes. The Brown Bomber looks to finish him. Left, right to the body, methodically pounding away. Now brings the shots to the head, and down goes Lewis. For a second time. The Brown Bomber in the neutral corner. The referee picks up the count at 8, 9. Lewis beats the count of 10. Oh, I don't know about that. They're going to let this thing continue. Lewis nods yes. He's on the ropes. The Brown Bomber, Joe Louis, looks to finish him again. Methodical, clean punching, body, head, body, back to the head. Left, right, left, right, left, right. And Louis is down again. Very second. The Brown Bomber is issued to the neutral corner. Referee picks up the count at 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, the Englishman bravely beats the count. One more knockdown. This fight is over. A lot of time left. Lewis moves out of the neutral corner to end this contest. Lewis, hard shots. That's Joe Louis pounding Lennox into the ropes. Referee looking on. More hard shots. More hard shots. Final seconds. It looks like Lennox Lewis is going to make it through. Oh, a big go-home right hand just missed by the Detroit, Michigan Brown Bomber, Joe Louis. But the American, the champion, Joe Louis drops the Englishman Lennox Lewis twice in round number 6. I believe that's 3 knockdowns now of Lennox Lewis. So Joe Louis picking apart the much larger Englishman Lennox Lewis. Emmanuel Stewart is telling Lennox just to stay away from him, try to clear your head. When Lewis gets in punching range, even from distance, he's got to cut the range so he can land. He is devastating. Here's the bell for round number 7. Joe Louis looks to close the show against the Englishman. Lewis will be first. Lewis does not land. As Lennox Lewis parries away the punches from the Brown Bomber. Now Lennox Lewis looks to retaliate, missed the right hand, but lands a left to the body of Joe Louis, which stops a Lewis assault. Joe Louis being held down. That punch landed on the belt line, but Lewis complained he's being shoved down by Lennox Lewis. About a minute 50 to go in round 7. A slower paced round. Lennox jabs, lands a hook. Scoring blows, nothing big there by the Englishman Lennox Lewis. Both fighters throw and miss. A minute to go in round 7. Lennox Lewis, he's got to be first. He's got to be first. There's a good combination by the Englishman Lennox Lewis. Jab right hand catches Joe Lewis. If he's first, he has the length, he has the distance. And again, Lennox Lewis, jab, boom, with the right hand upon the jaw of the Brown Bomber. Joe Lewis is badly hurt. Under a minute to go. Lennox winding up, banging away with hooks, but can't finish him off at the bell. Lennox throws and misses. But Lennox Lewis has to gain a little confidence there, once again hurting the Brown Bomber close to round's end. A good round for Lennox Lewis. Dwayne Mart's YouTube network, remember to check out that channel, says he gave Joe Lewis a 10-7 round with the 2 knockdowns in the prior round. I agree. 7 down, 8 to go. Let's go to the ringside score as we're about the midway. Again, I didn't realize how much trouble it is calling a fight with 2 pugilists with the same last name, even though they're spelled different. 68-63. The Brown Bomber Joe Lewis dropped Lennox once in the 3rd and twice in the 6th. 10-7 by the ringside score, myself and Dwayne Martz of Dwayne Mart's YouTube network. Lewis has taken round 5 and 7 on the ringside scores card. Drew even in round 2. In the Joe Lewis corner, they want to finish the show. Close the show with an exclamation point. The Brown Bomber will bring the pressure. Emmanuel Stewart in the Lennox Lewis corner tells the Englishman stay on the inside. Stay on the outside, work the jab. There's the bell for round number 8. Lewis is able, that's Joe Lewis, able to get inside the jab of Lennox Lewis. Short left to the body, and a right hand snaps the head of the Englishman. Lennox at distance, left jab, right uppercut clips the Brown Bomber. Good shot by Lennox Lewis. The Brown Bomber undeterred. Joe Lewis works in tight, left right to the body. Those are solid hooks. Now Lennox tries to smother him, but Joe Lewis bangs away with left-right hooks to the head of Lennox Lewis. Joe Lewis again bangs the body of Lennox Lewis. Lewis at distance, jab, lands a grazing right. About a minute to go in round 8. Joe Lewis looking to apply the pressure and take Lennox out. Beautiful combination by the Brown Bomber. Short, crisp shots. This time he starts to the cranium of Lennox Lewis, then down to the body, and then a jab on the way out, but now presses the attack again. He's inside the Lennox Lewis jab, throws hard, he misses, countering attempt for the Englishman. Left hook, left uppercut on Joe Lewis, and Lewis is badly hurt. 30 seconds to go. Joe Lewis in trouble. He backs near the ropes. Lennox Lewis measuring, but he cannot land the go-home punch. That was a good, solid scoring blows. One more attempt by Lennox Lewis, and jab, right hand misses. Joe Lewis counters with a left hook to the jaw of Lennox. But that was a good round for Lennox Lewis. A close round. We give it to Lennox. I like that he hurt the Brown Bomber. He's been able to dent the Brown Bomber's chin, but not wreck the Brown Bomber's chin. Lewis himself has been down 3 times. He knows he's behind the 8 ball. As SGJ Jamie says, it's Louie tonight. You are correct. Round 9 is upon us. Bell for round number 9. Who would have thunk you'd seen this round? Both fighters start off from the outside, but now Lennox Lewis provides the pressure, shoving Joe Lewis off balance and punching. Left hook, right hand. Joe Lewis is hurt. So the physical nature of Lennox Lewis has hurt Joe Lewis. Lewis backs into the ropes. Lennox again looking to measure, but he missed the right hand, landed with the jab. Now Lewis provides his girth a la a Tyson Fury tactic upon Joe Lewis. Referee breaks them, but Joe Lewis backs still to the ropes. Toe-to-toe exchange. Lennox keeps Joe on those ropes. Joe looks to fight off the ropes. The Brown Bomber bangs the body and up to the head of the Englishman, but the Englishman is undeterred. He doesn't move. Toe-to-toe exchange. That favored the Englishman, Lennox Lewis. We have about a minute to go here in round number 9. The Brown Bomber still trapped on the ropes. Lewis doubles up with the hook. That was a left hook to the body, then up to the head of the Brown Bomber. Lennox Lewis pawed with the jab, but missed the right hand. No counter by the Brown Bomber, Joe Lewis. Final seconds of round number 9. It's Lennox Lewis at the bell. Pause with the jab. Boom with the right hand. And that buckled the knees of Joe Lewis. Holy cow. So Lennox Lewis, again, knows that Joe Lewis is susceptible to the big right hand a la Max Schmeling. He's landed it. He's hurt Joe Lewis, but he has not dropped the Brown Bomber. That round goes to Lennox Lewis. Lewis provided the pressure, was very physical with the smaller Joe Lewis. Will he continue that? I think he needs to continue that to try to somehow get back in this fight. Here's round 10. Scheduled for 15, defending champion Joe Lewis, the challenger from England. Lennox Lewis, we have a packed house here at Wembley Stadium. The bell, round 10. Both fighters on the outside. Joe Lewis will be first. Feints a jab, lands a right hook into the ribs of Lennox Lewis. Lennox comes back with a jab right hand to the jaw of Joe Lewis. Lennox Lewis has found something. He knows the right hand can hurt Lewis. Now he's got to put him out. Lennox Lewis again, 2 jabs and a solid right hand upon Joe Lewis. Lewis comes back with a jab. He didn't throw the right, though. He's a bit hesitant right now, the Brown Bomber. Now Lennox ties up Joe Lewis on the inside, and Lennox leaning on him, using that weight advantage to wear down the Brown Bomber. A minute to go in round 10. Both fighters feinting. Lennox lets his hands go. Again, the 1-2 combination. Always coming back with a good solid right is the Englishman, Lennox Lewis. Rinse and repeat. This time he feinted the right and dug the left into the ribs of Joe Lewis. So Lennox changing up the attack a bit. Lennox again smothering Lewis. Referee breaks them. 20 seconds to go in round number 10. A good round for Lennox Lewis. Can he hold on, or can the Brown Bomber rally? There's the bell as Joe Lewis bangs hooks to the body and up to the head. Makes the round a little closer, but did Joe Lewis steal the round? I don't think so. I thought Lennox used his size quite well in that round. So Lennox Lewis slowly trying to work his way back in this fight after being dropped 3 times. The bell for round number 11. Lennox Lewis has been tough. Joe Lewis now tries to move inside and finish this thing once and for all. Joe works in, bangs the left of the body, and there's that short, crisp right on the jaw of Lewis. Lewis absorbed it much better now. Lewis at distance. That's Lennox Lewis. Lands 1 jab, now 2 jabs. He's got that right hand ready to go. Lewis dips under the jab. The Brown Bomber gets in punching range. Rat-a-tats the rib cage of Lennox Lewis with left and right hooks. Under 2 minutes to go in round 11. The Brown Bomber working inside. Lennox Lewis tries to smother him, but Joe gets an uppercut through Lennox's guard. 1:23 to go in round 11. A good right hand, then a left to the body, and another right hand by the Brown Bomber. That rattled Lennox for a moment. About a minute to go in round 11. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange. Both fighters threw go-home right hands and missed. 30 seconds to go in round 11. Joe Lewis really doing a job on Lennox Lewis, pounding away at the Englishman. Lennox cannot keep the Brown Bomber at bay. And just as I say that, the feint of the jab, the right cross crashes the jaw of the Brown Bomber, and Lewis was hurt once again. How fortuitous was the bell for Joe Lewis. His knee nearly touched the canvas. Holy cow, that right hand is finding a home on the jaw of Joe Lewis. He has not gone down. He was so close with that knee touching, and that would have been a knockdown. So Lewis, who was really winning that round, does that one big punch, shift it to Lennox Lewis from Joe Lewis. Rounds 12, 13, 14, and 15 coming up. And Lennox Lewis, the Englishman, slowly working his way back into this fight. Is he winning the fight? No, but he's working his way back into the fight. Let's go to the ringside score. 107, 101. I mean, round 10 was close. You give that one to Lewis. And the big right hand in round 11, you give that one to Lewis. Things are getting close. But Lewis has to pick up the pace. Does he have the second win? That's Lennox Lewis to pick up the pace. He showed his toughness. He showed his determination. He showed his heart. He showed his fortitude. He has got up 3 times from being dropped from the fists of the Brown Bomber. The bell for round number 12. For whom the bells toll. Lennox Lewis in control from distance. Lewis missed the right but lands a left into the ribs of Joe Lewis. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange. Lennox back at distance. Joe cuts the distance, gets inside. Lennox shoves him away as the Brown Bomber tried to land a right hand. Joe Lewis pounces right back on Lennox. And again, though he's throwing combination, Lennox smothers him with his girth. The Brown Bomber scored a few shots. Lennox is able to push Lewis, an illegal tactic, but a good tactic. If he can get away with it off balance, now he looks to punch. He misses. Joe Lewis, the Brown Bomber, counters. Big right hook. Buckled Lennox Lewis. Lewis in trouble. That's Lennox Lewis in trouble. He starts to back towards the ropes. Joe moving in for the kill. Right hand, left hook to the body, left hook to the jaw of Lennox Lewis. Referee looking on. This could be the end of Lennox Lewis. He's on the ropes. Joe Lewis opening up. Right to the jaw, left to the body, another right to the jaw of the Englishman. Lennox fighting off the ropes, lands a straight right, but he's still in difficulty at the bell. No punches landed as Lennox Lewis smothers Joe. But the Brown Bomber nearly took a battered, bloodied Englishman out. SGJ Jamie says Lennox's only chance is to pressure. Now, why is he still, while he still has some chance to hurt the Brown Bomber? Christopher Anderson from ringside believes Lennox might not be in the best shape that he should be. Maybe he took the smaller, lighter Brown Bomber for granted. Championship rounds coming up, 13, 14, and 15. The 13th, the hard luck round, just ask Jake LaMotta. In reality, against Sugar Ray Robinson, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Here we go, round number 13. Lewis looks to close the show. That's Joe Lewis. Lennox Lewis looks to catch the Brown Bomber walking in. Joe Lewis provides the pressure. Lennox Lewis provides the punch. 2 jabs, no right hand, though, by the Englishman. Lewis puts the jab. That's Lennox Lewis putting the jab out there. The Brown Bomber is able to parry it away. Comes back with a jab of his own. Tries to work the body. Lennox shoves him away. Lennox is beginning away with that tap. And again, Lennox shoves away the Brown Bomber. Lennox looks to shove. Joe Lewis, the Brown Bomber, looks to punch. Right hand, left hook on the jaw of Lennox Lewis. Lewis is in trouble once again. Referee looking on. The Brown Bomber looks to end the night. Bangs hooks to the body and up to the head. Lennox Lewis needs a throw back. He lands a straight right. Now, Lennox ties up Joe. Referee breaks him. 20 seconds to go in round 13. It's survival mode for Lennox Lewis. As I say that, he lands 2 jabs. Final second. And there's the bell. Lennox Lewis was all octopus arms. A good round for Joe Lewis. He's so close to stopping a game, but out-punched Lennox Lewis at the moment. 6 more minutes to go. It looks like another title opportunity for a loss for Lennox Lewis, and another big win for the Brown Bomber, Joe Lewis. But funnier things have happened on the way to the forum. Mike Weaver, John Tate. Look it up, folks. Here's the bell for round 14. The Brown Bomber presses. Lennox Lewis, they've told him in his corner, you need to knock him out. Lennox lands a hook, one to the body, but he missed the right hook to the head of Joe Lewis, the Brown Bomber. Lewis is dead tired. Lennox Lewis is dead tired. He just smothers Joe when he moves inside. Referee breaks him. 2 minutes in round 14 to go. Now Joe Lewis concentrating his shots to the Labanza of the girthier Lennox Lewis. About a minute 46 to go in round 14. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange. Lennox has to land something big. There's the right hand, but he didn't land flush on Joe. Joe Lewis moves in. Joe Lewis with a left-right to the body, grazing uppercut, clips the Englishman. Dreadlocks go flying. Lewis looks to land the booyah right hand. Just missed, but the left to the body didn't. Lennox fires back. A jab and a right hand catches Joe Lewis. Final seconds of round 2. It's Lennox Lewis punching at the bell. Left hand, right hand, left hook. Good combination by Lennox Lewis. As the Englishman, again, goes through a gut check and wins that round in our eyes. 3 more minutes to go. A moral victory for Lennox Lewis if he can get through this fight. Remember, he was stopped in the 15th by then champion Gene Tunney. In the Joe Lewis corner, they're saying, be careful. Be careful. You got the fight won. But Lewis feels safer on the inside. I don't blame him. The only thing, if you get on the inside with Lennox Lewis, he has a tendency to hold you in place with his left hand or his right hand, the glove hand, obviously, and then rip an uppercut and try to snap your head off. Dwayne Mart's YouTube network. What a great fight, Weaver versus Tate. Mike Weaver always in great shape. Tate was so far ahead. And then Weaver, you could see in the late rounds, was getting to him. And then when he knocks him out in the 15th with seconds remaining in the fight, and you could have counted to 4,005, he wasn't getting up. What a left hook he landed. Round 15, they touch gloves. Lennox needs a knockout. Joe just needs to stand up. But it's Joe Lewis pressing the fight. Lennox Lewis tying him up. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange. Lennox needs to throw and throw a lot. Joe Lewis lands the right but missed the left hook. Joe Lewis is the one doing the punching. Again, on the inside, Lennox tries to smother him, but Joe's punching. Lennox, left uppercut, right hand lands on Joe Lewis, but the power's not there from Lennox. Both fighters grapple, maul, brawl. Referee breaks them. Under a minute to go here at Wembley. Lennox Lewis needs the right hand biblical miracle. Jab, right hand by Lennox Lewis. Catches Joe moving in. 30 seconds ago, Joe comes back with a rat-a-tat combination upon Lennox's torso, then up to the head of the Englishman. Final seconds here in this heavyweight contest. It's going to be Lennox Lewis punching at the bell. Big shots, and there is the bell. So Lennox Lewis lands a couple of big hooks, lefts and rights, but it's a lot too late. We have Joe Lewis winning by a big, big decision. As Dwayne Mart says, John Tate went face first like a potato sack to the canvas. Yes, he did. Again, that's the beauty of YouTube. You can see all these fights from different eras, and it's incredible. All right, we see a unanimous decision for Joe Lewis. The ringside scorer sees a big decision for Joe Lewis. I never thought how difficult it would be to call a fight between Joe Lewis and Lennox Lewis because I use the last name. But we got through it. And I didn't think Lennox Lewis was going to survive. Remember, he was knocked down in the 3rd and twice in the 6th and hurt on numerous occasions. Though Lennox Lewis, right hand found Joe Lewis's jaw on many occasions also. He hurt Joe quite a few times, just couldn't drop him. As Scott Long says, great card tonight, Al. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. Here's the official result. It's going to be unanimous for the Brown Bomber. 146, 139, 144, 140. Wow. And 146, 130. What the hell was the second judge looking at? 144, 143. Holy cow. But Joe Louis is the winner. He retains his heavyweight title. The one knock on Joe, if you can give him a knock, he was hurt quite a few times. He didn't go down. He had Lennox Lewis down 3 times, but couldn't finish him. But Lennox Lewis is a big man. So unanimous decision for Joe Louis. He retains his heavyweight championship. That's the main event. That's the end of the fight card. But before we go, let's take a look and drug test judge number 2 at 143, 144, 143 for Joe Louis, but still within one. That's nuts. Let's go to the fight report. What was judge number 2 smoking? Okay, Joe in round 1. Even round 2. Joe 10-8 for the knockdown round 3. Joe in round 4. Lennox in round 5. I can see that. 10-7. Joe for the 2 knockdowns in round 6. Lennox, again, round 7. I can see that. Lennox in round 8. Close round. Lennox in round 9. He wins that round. Even. Round 10. He gave Lennox Lewis round 11. That's crazy. But that was, I think, was that the round he hurt him with the big shot at the end of the round? Maybe that was. Round 12, Lennox Lewis. I don't remember. Did he hurt Lewis? Did Lennox hurt Joe again? I don't remember. I don't think he did. Round 13, even. Round 14, even. Round 15, even. He had 3 even rounds in a row. Holy cow. But it doesn't matter. He had the right winner. It's just way too close. Look at the punch points. Again, that's not punches landed. It's punch points. How do I put it? The way I look at it. The effectiveness of the punches landed. So it's not punches landed. It's the effectiveness. So 116 to 80. I mean, Lennox Lewis landed his fair share of punches and right hands that hurt Joe. But Joe Louis definitely won. Unanimous decision. They got that right. But Judge 2 had it really close. So there you have it. Joe Louis retains his title. What a fight card we had. So thank you very much. Happy Easter. Once again, if you celebrate Easter, which I do. And if not, it's still not a bad thing to say Happy Easter to people. Just like if someone said Happy Passover to me, I'd say thank you. Or whatever holiday they celebrate. It's all good. If you enjoyed the stream, punch that like button, KO that like button. If you haven't subscribed, KO the subscription and hit the bell for notification when we go live, and come and have fun with all the wonderful prognosticators at ringside or at field side or at baseball side or at bowling side or whatever we do. We have some military games we're going to bring to the channel and have some fun with that too. So SGJ Jamie says, I think he got his Lewis and Lewis confused in some rounds. That's a good one. Dwayne Martz, YouTube Network says, great job, Al. Well, thank you. So I'd like to thank Dwayne Martz' YouTube channel. Check out his wonderful channel, SGJ Jamie. Steeler Fan 1933, our good friend Matt. Remember, Glory Days Boxing fictional set has come out. PDF or print can be purchased at sidelinestrategies.com along with Glory Days College Football. Scott Long, thank you. Christopher Anderson, we'll see you at work shortly. Thank you very much. MV, our good friend Mouse in the House. Patrick from across the pond, check out his wonderful channel. Jeff Ray, thank you. Mark Atkins, thank you. Jim Al, hope all is well. Thank you very much. Golden Eagle Matchmaker Extraordinaire, thank you very much. And we're going to be having Dwight Muhammad Qawi, Ezzard Charles, 12 or 15 rounds using Glory Days Boxing Card and Dice. You'd probably use the Excel spreadsheet version I do, because I think that's fun to watch. Dave Gardner, thank you. Check out his wonderful channel, Digital Dice with Ron Juckett. I think we got everybody. Jake Cruz, thank you very much. I think we got everyone. Well, thank you. Stay safe, be smart. I greatly appreciate your time. God bless. Love you all. Treat people the way you want to be treated. But don't take crap from anyone. We had a fun fight card. Joe Louis retains his title against Lennox Lewis. Joe Frazier beats Tyson Fury. Salvador Sanchez defeats Barry McGuigan. In the earlier light heavyweight bouts, Ezzard Charles was a winner. over John Conteh, and Dwight Qawi stopped Donny Lalonde. Thank you.